Sunday to watch
Wouldn't you like
Featherboy
to
and
know Featherboy?
Cumbucket go head to head, and then tune in as we listen to Lucas rumble through the glove box for his registration and adjust his mirrors after he gets pulled over in the sky in his monster truck.
I don't remember that.
And then, yeah, because your Featherboy could fly, but then the next, sir, please turn off your ignition, in parentheses, removes key from horse's ass.
Yeah, that's right.
What are the point of demolition derbies? Seth was addicted to the podcast and a dick to this podcast. He gave his dick to the cause.
Dickless for Michael Chickless.
I had snacks in the pharmacy, and now Lucas and Seth need to learn what sterile environments are.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not sterile. Just because I'm not sterile, Seth thinks I show up to work a dirty boy.
Sterile just means your pee is like clear.
That's not what that means.
Clear.
Yeah.
That's not. It's the vent hour where we vent and talk about vents. ... for an hour. This was from you, Seth, I think. Just imagine Kung Fu Panda.
I wouldn't say something like that.
You definitely would.
No.
Lucas got a soundboard just to program a button that says Brandon was wrong on it. Lucas claims the movie's about the Iraq War. How old was the writer of this movie? The monster trucks were the dad's idea. The fracking was the 4-year-old's idea.
Yeah.
This movie cost $125 million to make. The movie was a certified bust, not flop. So now it's time for the bust hour, where we say the last time we busted. Sterile hand job, where you are in a vent in scrubs with your penis hood.
Gross.
Joe Biden has that hood. Joe Biden has now announced January 13th is now annual Creech Day. 5 years after the film's release, it was his first retroactive act as president.
I forgot how much you love that little fucker.
Anytime Lucas says Joe Biden, Seth disassociates, in quotes from you, Seth, Joe Biden's tentacles invoke Nicole Kidman. Tagline from Lucas, "'Cause I'm a Creech, I'm a weirdo." Seth tricked us into thinking he gave The Departed a 7.
They just gaslight you.
Daniel Day-Lewis. I abandoned my child. TGTBTM crew. He did. This movie was a Chrysler for help. Authorities let Brandon out of the loony bin, and now he's flashing people, but it's okay because he's sterile. Joe Biden is flashing his dick at Nicole Kidman, but Nicole flashes her 9mm at him. We hit Nicole with a truck and now strapped her inside a truck, force-feeding her oil and making her play Simon. She loves it. Instead of flashing back, we suck back with a sound effect that sounds like a man eating cheese from a cup after he ordered a pretzel, but only the cheese, and paid 50 cents for it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I would get a snack.
Yeah, this movie is basically Mel.
Notes.
Cops in this movie we need to find a way to stop these rapscallion teens from stealing gas cans out of truck and
on a journey
them.
with Lucas.
Oh, Journey with Lucas. And the last one. This creature loves oil so much it suckles and holds it close. Could you imagine Seth snuggling his stir fry?
What the hell? Dude, guess who I hung out with last night?
Kevin.
Parker Pearsall.
Oh, I see Parker quite often.
I know, he said that, and I was like, Ray never tells me that. He just tells me he sees Lane apps all the time.
No, I've only seen Parker 3 times.
Okay, and you might have told me, and I just forgot about it. And it was good hanging out with him for a while. I joined in. They were playing a Family Feud that they made, like, they write on a whiteboard, and Kevin had, like, we surveyed one person for what breed of cows are there. But it was, I forget the other team's name. Parker made us Team Cumtown, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Cum Bucket.
98 won the Cum.
Like when we're done here, I'll play some of those stupid moments from that. The hood, the vents, and the sterile.
You sent that one in the Snapchat group, and I forgot about that.
And Joe Biden, he made a lot of appearances, and then the very intro, I was like, oh, there are some bits in this right now.
My favorite one, and I think I'm biased because it's my bit, was the cheese thing.
Hey, can I get a pretzel but only the cheese? And then I was like, yeah, but can you also still butter and salt it, please? Can you butter and salt my cheese?
No, ma'am, you don't understand. Just the cheese.
And then he paid 50. All right, that'll be 50 cents.
Okay, I'm ready.
God, I hope so.
About
What
time.
did you get?
Peanut butter and a spoon.
He just got peanut butter and a spoon.
Well, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Of course, the blades.
Seth,
Oh,
don't
no.
do that.
The birds? I know we're not recording. It's fine.
Fuck. There goes the charger. Okay, hold on.
How many
How we starting
blades do you
this
think they're
bitch?
going to be today? I think what we should do, that I think would be funny. I was thinking about it yesterday. Actually, was like
Turn
we
the lights
start
off.
and then glow. We should start doing like a regular intro. You know, like
Yeah.
two of us are doing like, job interview or whatever one we always go back to the well on, and then
Of course.
the third person in the middle, like 4 seconds into the first sentence, just goes bleh, and we're like, God damn it, and then just cut it like a 10-second intro.
And then we run with it. Oh, we cut it? Okay.
We could run with it too, but cutting it'd be funnier. At least in my head it was. I'm just workshopping now. That was my
No, I
idea
do.
last night.
I do like that.
We should do it's worse on purpose. That would be funnier.
We
We should do it. We should do it bad.
We should do the
a
best
normal
movie
job
first.
interview.
That would be funny too. Like nothing to do with the movie.
No, I do like this job interview, and then you
It
guys are
doesn't
going.
You're stuck on the job interview
No, I
part. It
think
could
it
be
has to-
anything else.
I think it has to be a job
I like
interview. But
Seth's
then
the
I
best.
come in and I'm like,
It would- yeah.
I'm Morbius. You guys are like, fuck, not
It
again.
would be funny to go back to like one of our trademark intros and then ruin it,
Yeah,
but
like
on purpose this time.
I'll say, bleh, I'm Morbius. I'm gonna
Yeah.
morb here, and you guys are like, fuck you, Brandon. I hate this stupid bit.
You want to see yell?
Yeah, just start yelling at me, and I'm just gonna. You just keep yelling.
And you're just gonna like fade out.
I'm just gonna fade it out into the intro.
That's pretty good. Like not a cut.
Yeah,
Like
you guys will just be doing a normal interview, and then I'm just gonna, well, hey, I'm a vampire. I'm
Okay.
Morbius, and yeah, you guys, fuck you, Brandon. I hate this stupid vampire shit. You piece of shit.
All right.
Sure.
Anybody else got?
And just keep screaming, and I'm just gonna, and I'll just quietly, but I'm a vampire, and we'll fade it out.
All right.
Okay.
Good cold open.
And we're cold during it.
I'm always cold.
Can't have a cold open in Phoenix. There's so much peanut butter in his throat.
Coughing
I'm
up peanut
illness.
butter. Oh no.
Lucas, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that thing where I just do full screen video
Okay.
again. All right. 1, 2, 3, play.
Right, sir. I'd like to thank you for coming in today. I know it was kind of short notice after receiving your email, but I do appreciate,
Yes.
So what, why are you
Yeah.
interested in applying here? What's your MO?
Well, it's always been my dream to work here at Amnesty International, ever since I was a little girl. And really, my passions in life outside of my industry sort of directly align with sort of the goals of this job, which I think sort of a unique perspective on it, so I'll be totally committed to it.
Yeah, I did.
Breath and soul.
I did see an application of the interest, and it was all literally all your interests and likes were aligned with what we do around here, which is pretty much every applicant's. They're all either lying or smudging the truth a little bit to see if they can get in here. And yours was the most convincing. You got your foot in the door. I don't know if you're still lying to me, but goddamn, I don't even care at this point.
I'm so
beautiful
excited.
Application. Oh, thank you for coming in. It's an honor to meet you.
Yeah!
God damn it.
I'm a vampire.
Hey!
I'm
life-changing
Morbin here.
You're ruining the interview.
Blah.
It's always like this.
We're vampires.
We do
I'm
one
Morbius.
vampire movie.
Get out
And
of
we're
here.
back to this shit. I'm tired of it.
I'm a vampire. Blah.
Stop.
Fucking piece of shit.
Blah. I'm a vampire.
Fucking asshole.
Blah.
Fucking asshole.
Blah.
Fucking dog.
He's getting
penis.
sad.
Blah. Thank you. Makes you wanna come around here. Welcome to Vampire Inside. Vampire Inside. Every single one of us. Vampire Inside. Vampire Inside. Vampire Inside. Every single one of us. Vampire Inside.
I don't know this song.
Welcome.
Listen to the podcast.
Because you don't listen to the fucking podcast. It's Vampire Inside, the Devil Inside, the Writer Inside. What up, everybody? It's us, the Smarfs.
I
Yeah.
really haven't been listening to
Gub
the
Gub
podcast.
Wango and the Wangettes here with George Hiplakis. We are ready to take it by storm. Vampire Inside.
Did you write your script, Seth?
I wrote my script.
Did I write my script?
Yeah, for the
Yes.
scene we're doing.
Yeah.
What scene did you do?
I did the one, the coming of age one, where he's confused about his sexuality.
Does he like bang his fists on the steering wheel while driving? He's like really
No.
sexually confused.
He's actually parked and banging his hands on the back of the driver's seat. Yeah, but very close.
Vampire Inside.
Yeah.
You should listen to The Devil Inside by INXS.
Okay, I'll do that.
They're from Sydney, Australia.
Okay,
That's a theme song of this of a previous spin-off Lucas and I used to do. Writer's Block. Listen to the Writer's Blocks. They're amazing.
Okay.
The Writer Inside. With the Smarfs. And 105.9. Fuck FM with the sex.
Brandon came to me with this idea. He's like, Seth hasn't been on a whole lot lately. Let's make him feel bad about it.
Yeah.
By reminding him about what he's missed in the past. And I said, Brandon, that might be a little harsh.
Well,
I guess we can do it.
It's like what I've missed before I was ever even on, and like a bonus thing you guys did before.
Yeah.
So that's like
Correct.
way too far back.
Yeah, but you should have just been
Shame.
listening to the podcast.
Bro. No.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm on When Harry Met Sally, but I don't know if I can get through that audio, to be honest with you.
What audio?
The audio in When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty shit.
Yeah.
I did do a lot of work on the audio during the jazzy intro credits so that it sounds really good and you can just hear us yelling at each other for 9 minutes. Like I did boom everything and cut everything out just for those 9 minutes for quite the moment. So
That's pretty good. Maybe I'll listen to that part at least. then.
yeah, it is a rough listen.
Yeah. Well, I put it on in the shower and I couldn't even hear what we were saying. I could hear Lucas, like his audio is fine, but we were. Like,
Yeah, because all three of us are huddled around one computer. His is great.
Yeah.
For once.
For once. What's up, everybody? Smarfs, TGTBTM here. We got Brandon sitting across from me virtually, my
Lucas
co-host,
Lawrence,
and sitting next to me, my co-host,
featured guest, introducing
for the first time,
And the last
Alf's
time.
brother.
Gub Gub Wango.
No,
Alf.
that's me.
Oh, he's Arfagunt.
Alf.
He's
All his brothers are different vowels. I'm Elf.
He's Arf, short for Arfagunto.
He is Arf.
Arfagunto. One of the best Quiplash names Lucas has ever had.
Ah, I miss Cliplash.
Me too.
Arfagunto and Gub Gub Wango.
It's pretty good. It's a Star Wars character.
And George Hiplakis is just a man. He just makes his way into our lives every now and then. Mostly when we play Champed Up. But this week I've got some questions for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
1, do you like vampires?
No, I'm sick of them.
Seth?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And my other question is, do you like mockumentaries? You know, The Office, but a lot of those Mike Schur kind of
Yeah, Parks and Rec kind of.
Parks and Rec kind of, 30 Rock a little bit. Abbott Elementary is.
Who's the guy who did all the great movies? Christopher Guest. That was his name. He's the one
I
who
don't
did
He sounds familiar.
the dog show one. Best in Show. I think
Oh,
it was Christopher Guest.
Did he do mascots too?
I think so, yes.
Okay, I need to watch Best in Show. You told me to watch that one, but Mascots I fucking loved. Watched that when I was really high on something. I'm just gonna out myself for a second there.
I was really high on movies.
Mm-hmm.
On Emoogie.
Yeah, I'd watched 9 straight movies that day.
Well, if you answered yes to liking being high, vampires, or mockumentaries, you've come to the right place. This is the good, the bad, and the movies. Moogies. And this week we watched a 2014 film called What We Do in the Shadows. You might know of it as a television series as well, but we'll get into that. Seth or Lucas doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
I mean, I knew this first.
Yes.
Jackass.
You fucking piece of
Yeah. Everybody might know this is the film originally, except Lucas. I think he heard it originally from the series. How dare you?
And before we get into it, we're drinking not beers, but we're drinking alcohol. We're almost finished off with the Super Bowl supply. We've got two more Trulies after this, but we've each got 3 different Trulies: original, strawberry, mango. What order are you doing them in?
Lemon, strawberry, mango.
All right, I'll do opposite of you.
Okay.
To be
opposite
a rebel.
day.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh.
And which is your favorite of the 3?
Someday. It's probably strawberry or mango. I don't know. Just not lemon.
Strawberry's my favorite, but 5% alcohol, 12-ounce cans. Let's get it. Lucas, what are you drinking?
Water. I've got a gross little protein shake and sipping some peanut butter.
Sipping on some peanut butter.
Nice.
Crunchy?
No, unfortunately.
Because Alex stocks that weak shit.
Cringe.
My choices are disallowed.
And so we're gonna get into it here today. This is a prison. What We Do in the Shadows. Our director and our writer combo is Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi. They are a duo, but they do have some different filmographies. So, starting with Jermaine Clement as a director, he's done 2 episodes of Short Poppies, 5 episodes of the TV series What We Do in the Shadows, and 8 episodes of the TV series Wellington Paranormal. While Taika kind of started the same route as him, but has grown a little bit within the film realm. He did a movie called 2 Cars, One Night, one called Eagle versus Shark, 4 episodes of Flight of the Conchords, a show called Boy, Hunt for the Wilder People. He did Thor Ragnarok. He did Thor Love and Thunder, 1 episode of The Mandalorian, and an Oscar nominated for one called Jojo Rabbit.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
that he starred in as well. They did both create Flight of the Conchords together as well. Those 2, which I've mentioned before, is an awesome show, HBO show, all-time classic.
And you would kind of talk to me about this as you kind of hating the path that Taika's going down.
Mm-hmm. He did a lot of interesting stuff as like a sort of indie comedy filmmaker. And then he got snatched up by the Disney machine. Because then he did the 2 Thor movies and he's doing a Star Wars movie. It sort of sold his soul. As so often happens.
When you're dealing with the devil.
Yeah.
And vampires.
What did the Russo brothers do before Marvel? Because I know they directed Community.
Citizen Kane.
They did Citizen Kane, that's right.
They did some comedies, I think.
Lucas was like, no, he did not do Citizen Kane.
He's confused why you think that. Because I was wondering if they maybe had similar paths. Or was it bullshit?
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Oh, it wasn't even good. Because Community is really good.
Crashing. Yumi and Dupree.
Ooh.
Welcome to Collinwood. They suck.
Actually, no, I don't like Yumi and Dupree. I like Me, Myself, and Irene more.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
And his Black Sons?
Yeah.
That movie was weird.
Where he all of a sudden becomes bipolar and has the alter ego where he like sucks on women's tits and gets in fights and has all this confidence.
Have you not seen that, Lucas? It's crazy.
No. And this is the man you worship?
I put it on when I'd never heard of it, didn't know the plot or anything. Right, I had heard of it, but I didn't know the plot, so I just put it on one day and I was like, "This is fucking crazy." If I'm going into that blind, is one of the wildest movies I've ever seen.
He starts sucking on that girl's tit so early in the movie too. You're like,
So
whoa.
soon.
He takes the baby that's breastfeeding on her and just moves it and starts suckling
Bad
instead.
movie.
I like that that's what his alter ego thinks is cool and suave.
Yeah.
Stealing from the babies.
Anyways,
The
Taika
mother's
also,
milk.
I think, co-created and stars in another good HBO comedy called they called it, no, what is it? Our Flag Means Death. I think that's what it's called. It's a pirate one.
Oh, I
Never
love
heard of
Plays
pirates.
that.
like Blackbeard.
Oh, that
Very
sounds
funny.
sick.
You love pirates?
I've been playing a
And the
pirate
werewolf,
game
the
for
main
so
the main
long.
werewolf guy, Rise Darby, whatever it is. He's a star of that as well.
Reese Darby. He was in Yes Man with Jim Carrey.
I love Yes Man.
Boo. And he was in Flight of the Conchords. He's like
and then
this is like they are like all of sorry to interrupt, but he's like they are like New Zealand cinema almost. They sort of
Yep.
dominate that spectrum.
yep, exactly.
This little creative trio.
Who was the
Bingo.
third one?
Reese Darby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know him. Was he in this movie too?
He's in the werewolves.
He's the head werewolf guy.
Okay, I thought so.
And then
It's weird without his
writers,
glasses.
same combo as Clement and Waititi. Clement's done something called Tongan Ninja, wrote 22 episodes of Flight of the Conchords, 25 episodes of Weldington Paranormal, 42 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows. And then Taika Waititi, the same as his director stuff, minus Thor Ragnarok, but he also
Rag.
wrote 42 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows and 18 episodes of that Hulu show Reservation Dogs,
Mm-hmm.
which I heard was pretty good.
Also co-created that. He's actually kind of busy now that you think about it. Yeah, all my kids at school love Reservation Dogs. So it's representation, Brandon. You would
I know. I'm not fighting that.
He doesn't get it.
You fucking idiot! It's representation.
It's important.
Are you singing Pink over here?
Yeah, it's that song
If
Who Knew, but it's about
someone
a streaming service instead.
Who knew?
Hulu, yeah.
Pink loves
Yeah.
streaming services.
Someone said 3 years from now, still be $9.99 a month.
Someone
Yeah.
said
Wow.
She's a big
HBO
fan.
Max.
I would throw up.
Watch out, Weird Al.
What's that?
The new
Watch
Weird
out,
Al.
Weird Al.
Pink is on her way.
Here comes Creepy Seth. That's your,
What?
But here comes
that's your
Big
parody
Dog.
name.
Here comes Big Dog and Seth.
Creepy Seth, Big Dog.
I forget weird is like an adjective, not part of his name. So why'd you call me Creepy Seth?
Weird Al and Creepy Seth. Oh yeah, duh.
Can I just be strange Seth? Like it's
No,
an alliteration? No.
creepy.
Uh,
Predator Seth.
abhorrent man.
Who let the big dogs out? Who?
Creepy Seth did.
My coworkers and I were having a
Creepy Seth.
conversation about is Who Let the Dogs Out a song about feet? Is that just like a kink song?
No. It's about
Like that's just people
it's about
taking their
ugly
shoes
women.
off.
No.
That's what I heard. It's about like he's dancing in a club and all these ugly women are there, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Goddamn, man!
I've never listened to the full song, so I just was guessing.
You've never seen like any movie from 2003?"
Have you never seen Beverly Hills Chihuahua?
They only play the Who Let the Dogs Out part. I don't listen to
And
the chorus. And
when
it's
the party
always...
was nice and the party was jumping.
Hey,
Hey,
if
yeah.
we
Oh,
ever-
so you have heard it.
I don't know what they're saying in between that. It's like the Rusted Root song that can send me on my way.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying. Fucking, I don't know the words to every song.
He's talking about how the party was nice and it was bumping, but then it all changed when someone let the dogs out.
Yeah, they took their shoes off.
No. Their dogs
Kind
weren't
of wild
barking.
dogs ran through the club. Who stars in this movie, Brandon?
Some wolves.
Who's dogs in this movie?
Starring, we've got Jermaine Clement again. You got Taika Waititi. And then you've got Corey Gonzalez McCure, Johnny Brugh, Stu Rutherford, Ben Francham,
Stu.
Jack.
It was just Stu.
Yeah, you
That's
just
for
Stu. You already mentioned Reese. You got Jack Van Beek and Elena Stako.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty nameless cast. All New Zealanders.
It's not nameless if you're from New Zealand.
You don't know that.
And they all have names, Lucas.
You don't know that.
They aren't nameless. I named all of them.
A cast
Might
has
as
no
well be.
name.
A cast has no name?
Yeah,
Like a
What?
cast on your arm? Oh!
it's good.
Our podcast is nameless.
Yes.
And then a plot for you guys. Viago, Deacon, and Vladislav are
Iago.
vampires who are struggling with the mundane aspects of modern life, like paying rent, keeping up with the chore wheel, trying to get into nightclubs, and overcoming flatmate conflicts.
Movie. It's pretty mundane. Seth, had you seen this before?
Yeah, this is maybe my favorite movie of all time.
This is like your seventh
Oh,
viewing?
I think it's only my third or fourth. I may have exaggerated last time we talked about it, but
because you
You
didn't get
exaggerated a little bit. You said fifth or sixth last time. So
yeah, maybe
you
my
didn't
third or
get through
fourth.
a
I
whole
don't know.
viewing this time, right?
Not this time. No, I just had a chance to watch it
That's
an hour and a
okay.
half ago, so I saw 40 minutes. Maybe
that's half.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's better than if you hadn't seen the movie before.
No, I've seen it a few times. I love it.
Multiple
Brandon,
viewings
had
and then
you
a
seen it?
I had seen it once at 2 a.m. in 2017.
Oh God, so good.
Had you?
I've seen I think like an hour of it maybe.
Almost
45
all of it.
minutes.
It's a short one. It comes in at
And
an
then I
hour
watched it all
25.
today.
Nice.
Yeah, it's there.
And then I've got some history for you guys. What We Do in the Shadows is a 2014 New Zealand mockumentary horror comedy film and is the first installment in the What We Do in the Shadows franchise. The film is based on a 2005 short film, What We Do in the Shadows, Interviews with Some Vampires, written directed by Waititi and Clement. In total, it took 9 years to bring the film to screen, and in the time it took it to be made, the number of vampire films and TV shows dramatically increased, which worried the filmmakers. According to Waititi and Clement, their favorite vampire films are The Lost Boys, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Interview with the Vampire. All of those movies are heavily quoted or referenced in the film, along with many other genre films such as Blade, Twilight, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The movie initially didn't do very well in its homeland, New Zealand, so distribution to the United States was canceled, and the directors were able to bring screenings of the film to the U.S. after a successful Kickstarter fundraising campaign that raised over $447,000 from over 7,000 supporters, where it eventually became the most pirated movie of the year with over 227,000 downloads. This movie ended up being followed up by a television spin-off series of the same name and a second spin-off series titled Wellington Paranormal, which follows the cops in this film going door to door and responding to
Just like Beverly Hills
like
Cop style.
yeah, just responding to crimes, but
That sounds really funny.
they're all zombies and vampires and werewolves.
Yeah.
And a follow-up movie originally titled What We Do in the Moonlight and later changed to Werewolves is currently
I heard of that one.
is currently in development. Waititi keeps telling them, "Oh, we're going to release it," and he kind of feels bad about it, but they're never going to release it.
I've
that a
heard
quote
that's
from
been
him?
supposed to be going on since 2015, probably.
Yeah.
Werewolves.
He just
Not
keeps saying it. And
Sad.
also a mockumentary. This movie
Yep.
follows a group of werewolves
Hey.
living in modern day Wellington, New Zealand. The Reef Crew, werewolves. Vampires.
Werewolves.
Yeah, you get it.
Grr.
But yeah, you can't say. I was
Yeah.
about to say bleh. That's stupid.
Rawr.
Ow.
Oh. Anyway.
Werewolves. I like how they still have the Slovakian
Oh yeah. You're still from
Transylvania. Werewolves.
Werewolves.
Bleh.
Wolves.
Werewolves. And so that's history. A lot of stuff stemming from this
I forgot
idea
to
by
take
them.
notes. So going to be a test?
No,
History.
you're good. I lied. There's gonna be a test.
History.
I hardly know her.
Choking on his beer.
And with that, we're gonna take you down to Budget Avenue, and then we'll guess it higher. We're gonna rock down to
Budget Avenue.
Come on, feel the budget.
Girls, guess the budget.
Budget. It's the
Don't forget I got
eye of the
something.
budget. It's the thrill of the fight.
Budget wasteland.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Here comes creepy Seth again.
No.
Hey.
What are your guys' names then?
My name is Brandon,
Okay.
and that's Lucas.
I've been in a
Warhammer.
fugue for the last month. Warhammer Lucas back with his parody single, Budget Wasteland.
That song's not even called Teenage Wasteland. It's Baba O'Reilly.
I know what it's called, but the
Baba-
parody is Budget Wasteland.
Budget O'Reilly.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
I was gonna say Baba O Budget.
Baba, there goes that man.
All right. All right. I clicked on a hyperlink. All right. It's budget time, which means we're gonna take you down to Budget Avenue. What do we think this made? Or how much this cost?
What are we asking me?
It's the budget.
12.
I know you're shocked that I'm asking you this right now.
18.
What's Seth's guess?
18.
12 or 18, he didn't specify.
12 to 18.
Million?
Sure.
Dollars?
$12 to $18 million.
Oh, no.
Lucas got 45 to 62.
You have to keep it within the same number of zeros.
I'll guess $4 million.
Seth's contemplating what he's going to do.
I don't know if I go 12 or 18. 12 to 18.
I'll let you do 12 to 18 because he did the range.
Okay, deal. This is my...
Lucas is our winner.
Damn.
It's 1.6 million.
Damn.
There we go. I was just thinking when I was singing Budget Avenue, it reminded me of two things. One, Avenue D, which is great. Yeah. And then when we did Point Break with Devin and Alex was on for her episode, and we just kept singing Budget Avenue for like 2 minutes, and she's like, I will fucking leave right now if you guys don't stop singing this song. Can we move on with the podcast?
No, take it higher.
And we never did.
We never did.
Here we are.
This is still the Point Break episode.
I thought it would be kind of low, Seth, the budget, because I saw in one of my notes it is produced by the New Zealand Documentary Board. So I was like, if they can't be doling out too much money if they made top billing for financier.
Yeah, and also I should have known, just like if they had to kickstart their campaign to put it in America, they probably didn't spend too much on the movie itself.
Mm-hmm.
Quite. My bad.
All right.
Way to go, Sherlock.
Opening. What?
The way to go, Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Because that's my parody name.
Do you believe in life after budget?
No.
That's not just Sherlock. Like the detective, Brandon.
It's Sherlock.
Sherlock is what I've been hearing. Do
you
believe in solved
mysteries?
Yeah.
Sherlock?
It's Sherlock Holmes. It's not Sherlock Holmes. That's crazy.
That's not crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. That small inflection.
We made fun of Seth for not knowing Prospero. I'm gonna make fun of you for saying Sherlock.
Doesn't hit the same though, because he still knows who Sherlock is.
Yeah.
And he's still creepy, Seth.
He is.
Yeah, so I don't feel like I won. It's not Sherlock.
I've never seen the movies.
I haven't either.
It's not crepey Seth, it's creepy Seth.
I'm pancakes.
No, it is creepy, Seth. Is opening weekend America or New Zealand, Brandon?
I don't know.
Oh, great. I'll say $350,000 for opening weekend.
All right, I'll say 800,000.
The winner today is Lucas.
Damn it!
It's $88,940.
Damn it, dude.
Wimpy.
This movie fucks.
Diary of a Wimpy
Poorly.
Kid.
Fucks poorly. Bad positioning.
U.S. and Canada total.
Bad
Seth?
form. U.S. and Canada. This is for sure U.S. and Canada total. I'm still gonna go like 2 million, I guess.
Okay.
I'll say 2.1 million, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Lucas is our winner.
That sucks.
It's 3.5 million.
Oh man, I was close too.
So it's already broken its budget.
You had me 2-0'd.
He's
Price is
3-0
Right's
now.
my ass.
Yeah, he's up. And then worldwide, Lucas.
I'll say I'll say $12 million.
This is Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, not Mrs.
$1
$305 million.
billion. Shit, I don't know. I'll just say 4.
4 million.
Yeah.
The winner today is Seth.
Nice.
7.4 million.
Nice.
So a $1.6 million budget.
No!
So delayed. $1.6 million budget, 7.4 in return.
Delayed.
That's almost, it's a 4.5 time margin.
Get out of
So
here, Ginger.
I just saw ears creeping in. That's a 4.5 time return. That's a big win for a self-funded Kickstarter documentary New Zealand's crew
Indie movie.
Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they made it under a podcast. The biggest honor of all.
Exactly. And now it's tagline time. There's only one. I'm sorry.
Is it bad?
Tag, hear it.
It's always at the bottom.
It's never at the bottom. Some interviews with some vampires.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just like the short film
Yeah.
tagline or name of the short film.
Just a couple of cool dudes.
Do we have
Two
any?
wild and crazy guys. That's mine.
That's
Bad.
The SNL catchphrase.
Mine, I guess, will be just some guys morbing around.
they do be Morbin.
Years before Morbius was released in theaters, but they were ahead of their time. They were reading the comics.
I don't know. Like a new meaning to the word blood money. It's not one, I guess it's 2 words, but that also doesn't make any sense in the context of the movie.
Mine could be like stay out of
Friendship.
the...
Go ahead.
I was
that's
gonna,
good.
I was just friendship. Good one, Lucas. I'm just gonna be like, stay out of the sunshine.
I was gonna be like,
kids movie tagline.
friendship is undead or something like that.
Nice. Friendship is immortal.
Is a Moogie.
That sucks.
I was gonna say one, but it's similar to a quote from the movie. It was gonna be, this movie may be about the dead, but it's got a lot of heart. So that's kind of stealing from the movie already.
You cheated then. I mean, that's kind of what taglines do. It's like they take from the movie and extrapolate.
No, they usually
Give it
take
the
from
poor.
Emoogie. They steal from them. Emoogie.
Yeah,
And
And they
give
make
to the poor,
taglines, yeah.
All right, I like Seth's the best.
Don't patronize me.
What was
I
Seth's?
don't remember. I don't know.
See? Absolutely.
It was
just
so
being
bad.
patronized.
It was so bad we can't even remember
Yeah.
it anymore.
What the fuck?
I think we're gonna go with "Stay out of the sunshine" as our winner.
That's the perfect tagline.
Our tagline could just be "Blair."
Hadn't thought of that.
There's no way you haven't thought of that.
I didn't.
All right, that's gonna end taglines. It's fact time. Some cats facts up in this bitch.
And taglinistic.
Cats facts digging this ditch. Pause now. Watching we glitch.
I don't know what this is.
It's cats facts up in this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we calling these cats facts today? We're calling them da facts.
Yeah.
Talking about it.
What is a song I don't know?
No, I was just
We're
rapping
Why did you just say
freestyling.
sucking my dick?
because it was to the beat.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That bitch sucking my dick.
Oh my god. What did we do for Morbius? Did we just do Morb facts?
Yeah, we did Morbin facts for sure.
But we doing
Like-
the facts.
I feel like we would have done like sick child facts for Morbius though.
Sick child facts.
Yeah.
Bat
Or
facts.
Blair facts.
Secret lab facts.
Count
Bla-
Baxula.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Why does that
that's
sound
good.
familiar too?
Oh man.
Nose facts ought to.
Bram Stoker's Facula.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I think that might be our winner.
That might be it. If
Yeah.
it's not, put the facts in the bag.
We're not doing put the facts in the bag.
Mad Facts, Fury Road.
That would be amazing if we were doing Mad Max, but we're not.
Or facts.
We're doing Morbius.
Fury.
Facts.
Facts.
Facts, Fury facts.
Yeah.
Let's bookmark that. We'll come back to that when we do that.
I think we should use it now because I think we're gonna forget about it if we don't.
Yeah.
All right. Facts, Fury facts. Bram
Smoking when you got 'em.
Stoker's Faxula.
That's all one.
Yeah.
The colon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And break.
Hike.
Bleh.
The shortest fucking pause.
I thought we did like 3 seconds.
We were pausing.
Yes, we're
Playing with the cat.
Hike.
Lucas, remember that time when we did Super Mario Bros, but we recorded it at Devin's place and at my place, and we're like, how are we gonna splice these two together? Like, what if we just say movie 32 times in a row?
That was a good idea.
And one of those times we'll cut it, and then the next recording we'll start it with 32 movies. So the clip in the recording for Super Mario Bros is just us going, all right, now we're gonna cut, but you'll never know where. And it's just movie.
And it didn't work.
No, because we're recording in two different places, and my place had so much carpet, but Devin's was all linoleum, so you could hear the echo in Devin's place when you went to mine.
Yeah.
Just the quality changed.
You knew exactly where. That's funny.
But when we pause later today, before we get into quizzes and whatnot, try and find where we cut when we say movie 32 times. It's coming up. All right. Some facts. First fact is that about 125 hours of footage was shot, most of which was improvisation from the cast. The process of editing that down to a 90-minute movie took almost a year, and the directors have stated they are considering making all the footage available online so that fans can edit their own versions.
What a hipster thing to say.
Making us do all the work.
And never do it. They never did it.
Have you been looking for it?
I've just never come across that opportunity.
Well, have you been on Stumble Upon? Maybe that would help.
The hell is that?
That's that website where you just click on something and it just takes you to a random website.
Huh.
What about Reddit 50/50? That thing was awesome.
I think it's horrible.
That was crazy.
I watched a man flatten his penis with 2 things of glass in that.
Oh yeah, I've seen that actually.
They also just did that on Jackass.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's where I've seen that.
Poopies did it.
Yeah. Anyway.
So 125 hours of footage is a shit ton.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like 2001: A Space Odyssey, except I think they had like thousands of hours of footage there
Or
that
millions,
just went unused.
They had millions of feet of film, yeah.
And Clint Eastwood's movies are 90 minutes, and he has.
I know. Oh,
He has 2.5 hours worth of footage. There's like no.
he just goes right through.
He just no extra footage.
I know Elaine May, a director who we're covering in the near future for her film Mikey and Nikki. Mikey and Nikki. She shot like 12 million feet of film for that. It's like an all-time record.
It's like a Quentin Tarantino thing.
Like 7 hours a time at a day.
Damn.
Months on end.
Jesus.
She likes feet more than Quentin does.
How long is 1,000,000 feet?
I think you already answered your question. It's 1,000,000 feet long.
No, but like put it in
Hold on,
perspective my
check.
brain can understand. He's checking his penis, folks.
Yeah.
It's about that long.
One
His
penis.
penis.
One
I can
Lucas
get
penis.
behind that. Yeah, now I get it.
Erect or soft?
Soft.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Easy answer.
Next
Not
up.
hard right now, you fucking barbarian.
Laptop
We'd all
would
be
in the
dead.
sky. We'd all be dead.
I'm bricked up every time I
One
get on the
man.
podcast.
Can't get hard. For the
You
sake
ever heard
of
of this-
humanity.
Have you heard of the San Andreas Fault?
It was his fault.
I was just gonna
That was
say,
pretty
Biggest
good.
time.
Sin. No, I got nothing.
Next fact. Later.
Next fact. Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi wrote 150 pages of script, but chose not to show it to a single person involved in the film, both crew or cast. They only described broad strokes of what each scene was about, sometimes providing a beginning and an end point for them. This was to keep things spontaneous and to allow actors to be surprised by the events unfolding before their eyes, which led to all the improvisation.
I love this
Classic.
movie.
This
A hun-
movie.
150
Movie.
pages is a lot to write for you just be like, all right, here's the beginning and here's the end.
Yeah, I've dedicated to this project for months. I've changed my mind.
I don't know. Tommy Wiseau did a 500-page script, didn't he?
Yeah,
The
500, 540-page novel.
Yeah. Amateur
That's
hour here.
When
These
so
guys had bigger pages. Though,
when
so
Seth
it's the same.
when Seth was saying that you had your work meeting and your dad was gonna be here and you hadn't watched the movie yet, I was like, he's gonna miss this one. And like weeks ago when we finished our month of February, Seth was like, oh, I'm so excited to be on Napoleon Dynamite, The Room, and What We Do in the Shadows. And I was like, you only made it for Great Wall and Monster Trucks. I was like,
Great Wall's
you
a
got
good movie.
Who?
Great Wall.
Okay, well, oh right, I forget you stuck by your guns on that one.
But I'm glad you made it. For one that you were
I'm-
happy
I'm
about.
glad I made it. Yeah,
Um,
I love this movie.
Next, Stu Rutherford, who played Stu, had not played a primary acting role in a movie prior to appearing in this one. He was an extra in the 2010 film by Taika Waititi, Boy. He was a part-time business analyst for a Wellington company, Landworks, and he was hired for the film under the impression that he would be working computers as an analyst, just like his job in the film, and that he would play just a small part in the film, not knowing how detrimental of a role he had. Detrimental is not the right word.
The fuck?
Instrumental.
Instrumental.
Detrimental of a role. Not knowing how much he would blow up this movie from the inside.
How
So
red he was.
Stu was awesome. I agree 100% with them. I started watching the TV series just a little bit, like a couple episodes, and there's
How is it?
it's pretty good.
Okay.
There's the
I've seen
three
it first season, I think. Yeah.
there's the three vampires living in there, and they're familiar and whatnot, and then there's a emotional vampire who drains energy from people with how boring it is, and it's the guy who plays Nate from The Office, the warehouse guy, where it's like
So he's not a vampire.
supposedly he is, he just drains people's life out
He's
of
not
them
like a
with
bat vampire.
boredom. Yeah, but it's Nate from The Office, the guy that's like, I think gum's gotten mintier recently.
Oh, I know him.
The kind of deaf person. Hey Nate, your mom died. He's like, not again. He cries. Wait, so she's gonna pull through? Yeah, she's gonna pull through again. Oh, thanks. I'm so happy. Nate's an awesome character.
Kind of saved the later seasons a little bit.
Yeah, I liked him. Next one is that Taika Waititi, he based this performance on one, his mother, and two, C3PO. A weird combo.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing?
Just think about C3PO, the ultra gay robot.
Astro projecting.
Yeah, he was a bit of
Yeah.
a dandy in this one.
Yeah. Jermaine Clement based his on Gary Oldman in the 1992 film Dracula.
Yeah.
Viago and Vladislav.
Iago.
Next is that each of the main characters are similar to a vampire from a famous vampire movie. Peter is analogous to Count
Nosferatu.
Orlok from Nosferatu. Deacon reflects David from The Lost Boys. Vladislav is comparable to the Gary Oldman's Dracula. Nick is reminiscent of Edward from Twilight. And
Is
Viago, that's what he's supposed to be. And Viago is like Louis Dupont de Locke from Interview with the Vampire Chronicles.
Which one was Vlad, did you say?
Gary Oldman's
Gary Oldman.
Dracula.
Gary Oldman's Dracula. Okay.
Just like your bog standard Dracula.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was like his history in the movie seemed different.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're going for too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Which I think
medieval.
Dracula was kind of based
Like
off
that
of.
anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
was he? Okay. You guys know more than I do.
When Seth and I watched this movie the first time at 2 a.m. in our Sussex house.
Greatest day of my life.
It was?
Probably. I don't know. They've all been pretty good.
You've said my wedding was the best day of your life.
Yeah, it's a close second.
Oh, to what we do in the shadows night.
Yeah.
Um,
That's that meme of me at Brandon's wedding and then me showing up for the premiere of What We Do in the Shadows. And
at 2 a.m. But we
dressed to the
we
nines.
gave each of ourselves in the house characters to be.
Yeah.
I was Viago because I was the optimist of the house.
The dandy of the house.
Connor Sheffield was Vladislav because he wanted to fuck everyone.
Yeah. He didn't do all the fucking in that house. But that's another story.
You were Peter.
It was Peter for some reason.
You're just walking around the house.
Yeah.
I can't remember who else was who, but I remember you were Peter and I was Viago for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good night. Other nights where we watched movies, we had the Interstellar night the night before my finals at 9 a.m. And I stayed up till 3 watching Interstellar with you guys. And then we had the night where we watched Arrival. And Connor and Tristan didn't get it. They were like, that movie was okay. And we're like, what?
Didn't get it.
They did not
they
get
didn't
it.
get it. We fought Connor for like 20 minutes about it. He's stubborn.
Yeah. All right, next.
Octagon style.
Almost.
Almost.
He was getting pissed too.
Next one is that the character of Peter was conceived as devoid of personality, but unscripted scenes of the actor in makeup were expensive, so extra footage of the actor in makeup was shot, such as the scene of him listening to music. They just kind of just filmed him doing stuff around the set while he was in.
B-roll.
Listening to music.
Yeah. You love music. That's why you're Peter.
And people film me when I'm not aware of it a lot
Yeah.
of times. I had a friend group that did that to me a lot. I was like 21 or so.
I was your friend group when you were 21.
Well, when
Yeah.
I was at Olive Garden. You weren't even here in the city.
Oh, that's right. You were 20 at the time.
Yeah. I'd go to these like house parties.
I
and would
forgot
just
you
go
and I
on-
weren't friends.
I would just go on these like, I didn't know everybody super well, so I'd go on these long tirades / rants that were like about nothing. I didn't care what I was saying, but I was
Jews.
trying to. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Usually about the Jews.
Yeah, because I'm like evil or whatever.
Creep dog.
But I was just trying to be funny, you know. So I'd be like on the, and people would keep laughing, so I keep yelling about whatever I was yelling about, and then people just take their phones out and start recording me. I was like, okay, well I'm done with this, I guess. Well, I mean, it wasn't. I wasn't comfortable with it, but I got why they were doing it.
Now Brandon
was-
pre-records them.
Brandon pre-records them. Yeah, that's right. Now I'm displaying all my rants for people online for free.
Exactly.
Penultimate fact is that penultimate's facts, fury, facts, Bram Stoker's facula.
Yeah,
Is
rolls
that
off the tongue.
they lost a charred polystyrene skeleton body during the shoot after throwing it in the harbor for a funeral scene, which didn't end up in the film, and not realizing it was drifting away. Taika Waititi commented on the situation saying, "It was quite realistic looking, so we had to put a press release out saying that if anyone finds a charred body washed out on a beach, don't be alarmed, it's just a prop."
That's so good. Also a great cover for just murdering somebody.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good like Jimmy Kimmel bit. Like he's on a late show tonight.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry. I definitely did not kill this person. I'm making a movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Taika, you got any stories from the making of this satire?
Is that Jay Leno?
I don't know.
This is good one, folks. We got Taika Waititi here. Claims he didn't kill anybody.
This is going to be a great show. We got Taika Waititi. He left the body in the harbor. But first we're going to do some Wheel and musical impressions.
The Jimmy Fallon?
That's my Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Okay.
It sounded almost like Fallon doing Leno, so I was very confused. Which I guess he kind of is doing a late show.
Yeah.
I thought it was a kid from 2.5 Men you were doing.
The
What?
kid. I thought you were Ashton Kutcher.
I thought I was a camel. And last but not least is nominations. Let me pull them up real quick for you. What We Do in the Shadows, noms. There was no like big name nominations, but it did get a lot. 26 wins, 18 noms. Academy of Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Horror. It was nominated for Best Horror Film. The Bram Stoker Awards. It was nominated for Screenplay. Did not win. I don't know
Which
what
is
the
an
hell.
annual vampire festival.
I guess so.
Apparently.
I don't know what
Or
the
Bram Stoker
Clotrudis Awards are, but
Can't
let's
find
see.
it.
The Film Club's The Lost Weekend, winner of Lost Weekend Favorite.
Cool.
The Fright Meter Awards, nominated for Best Horror Movie, Best Actor in Waititi, and Best Screenplay. The Golden Schmoes Awards, winner for Best Comedy of the Year. Golden Trailer Awards, winner for Trashiest Trailer. A lot of local stuff. And then as far as like local things, because it's like Denver Critic won, LA Critic, New Zealand, since it's a New Zealand area film, it was winner for Best Supporting Actress in Jackie Van Beek, Best Self-Funded Film winner, Best Production Design, Best Sound. It was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in Johnny Brugh, nominated for Best Makeup, nominated for Best Costumes, and for Best Visual Effects. At the New Zealand Film and TV Awards, New Zealand Screen Awards, it won Best Achievement in Production Design, and a lot more regional. The Titanic International Film Festival, it won the Audience Award, and the iHorror Awards, nominee for Best Foreign Film. A lot of local stuff, but hey, they'll get what they can take. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. And with that, let's get into the movie. We're not pausing. Quit counting us down.
Break.
No. Oh, he's a vampire.
Does he scare you?
No.
Jump back a little bit.
He didn't scare me.
You look kind of...
You're kind of crying.
You got tears coming out of your eyes.
It's beer.
You're redder than stew.
It's beer
Beef
coming
stew.
out of my eyes.
I got him again.
He spit up his beer in terror.
He's crying. He's a coward.
I was starting to drool.
Bro, would that scare you if I woke you up like that guy woke up his wife?
How did the guy wake up his wife?
Because I'll send you the video later, but it's his wife's like taking a nap or whatever, and he just goes, "Boo!" Like,
oh, I remember
classic,
that.
and she wakes up screaming.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No, that would not.
The scariest thing ever created was that video when I was in like probably like 6th or 7th grade, where the car is going through the forest. And then,
Yeah, I was just gonna say
100%.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My uncle showed me that.
Or
He just recently found the internet, and he was like, "Look at this video of this cool car." I was like, "Okay," because he was a car
you
guy.
fell for it again?
Not again. The first time I was like 8.
You said he found. Oh, like he had just found out the. I thought
Yeah.
you were like saying he just
I've
found
told
out
you,
the internet.
I come from a family of rednecks. They live out in the middle of nowhere. Like my uncle, he doesn't have neighbors. Like he's out there.
No, but I thought you meant he just found out about the internet.
No.
And got you with that car thing. Like you'd seen it before.
No,
and
when
you
I was
got
like
it
9
again.
or 10 years
Okay.
old.
The one that got me.
He's like, check out this cool video I found of this car. It's just so pretty and serene. Like he fucking pranked the hell out
Yeah.
of me.
The one
I
that
wish I
got
went to
me.
my classroom.
I was so easily scared back then.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Like,
the one that got me was my parents would put on one where it was like a split screen, like top and bottom, and it was like find the differences in these two photos. So you get like really close up to it, and you're like looking, you're trying to find the differences in all of them, and then you just jump back, and it's Nicole Kidman on your screen.
Yeah, of course.
Jump scaring you.
Got her.
You've seen the one where it's the guy. It's like you're watching like a snake video or something, and like the game Snake. Sorry.
Oh sure.
It's getting all the pieces, and then a face pops out, and that guy punches a hole through his computer. I think it's fake, but it's still pretty funny. Anyway.
Nicole
Stop
Kidman,
scaring
yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah, quit scaring me.
Nicole Kidman's here. She's got a normal accent now that we're in New Zealand.
Could you? Yeah, I guess that's true. Could you? Like, we
Now
haven't
she's-
said Nicole Kidman yet in so long. That's how this bit started. Was just us saying,
Yeah.
"Get your popcorn and your."
And then I was
And the
mad that
drinks.
she never said that.
But now we're here with her in New Zealand, surrounded by
Yeah.
vampires.
In her hometown of the ever-burning fields. I assume wherever she lives, there's always a fire to put out, but never goes
That's
out.
usually Australia, yeah.
Yeah. And here.
Australia and California, yeah, pretty much.
I just meant like, hell fires, not, repercussions of our own actions. Fires.
Global warming and
Warm.
He's talking about
Smarts.
her pubes.
Yeah. The ever-burning bush. If you
What if
will.
that's what the Bible was talking about?
the
Nicole
burning
Kidman.
bush.
Was this some red pubes?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I can. That would be awesome.
What was it talking about if not that, though?
I was thinking, what if Billy Joel's song "We Didn't Start the Fire" was just about Nicole
We didn't
Kidman's
start
pubes?
the fire. It was Nicole Kidman. I swear to God she did it. Because she started all the fires in Australia. But I am creepy, Seth.
Looking at bitches the second Monday.
No.
We're going back to that.
Anyways, Taika's in the main vampire. I put he's the main one.
Viago.
And
Yeah.
also, mine was in German because I watched it in a less than legal fashion. I had American subtitles, but the title cards and everything were German.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I bought it on Prime because it was $4 to rent, $6 to buy. I was like, yeah.
I didn't even see that option. I should just buy it.
You probably should have bought
I'm
it.
so stupid.
You idiot. Well, the title cards that you couldn't read, Lucas, said, every few years, a secret society gathered in New Zealand for an event, the Unholy Masquerade, and a camera crew was given access to film some members of the society in the months leading up to the event. Each crew member wore a crucifix and was granted safety for the film.
Okay, good.
And then
good setup.
we meet Viago, who's very peppy, optimistic about their living situation in this flat.
You saying Iago? Like the parrot?
Viago.
Okay.
You
Iago's
keep
also
saying it.
the villain of Othello. The culture.
What do you
man
think
would
he said?
What? So you cut out there for a bit. I didn't hear any of
we
that.
heard he's the villain of the
Oh,
cultured man would say.
Yeah, who do you think Iago's the actual villain of? That's the reference of Aladdin.
The villain of movies.
Othello.
Not
From Culture
familiar.
Swan.
But yes, we
I
meet
went to
Viago,
Montessori.
very peppy,
You won't stop
optimistic,
bringing it up now.
and very afraid of opening the windows because he's a vampire. You're getting it. No, that's further. They wake up at 6 p.m. usually, and it's time for them to live through the night. And he goes around to wake up all of his roommates, Deacon, Vladislav, and Peter. And they're going to hold a meeting about pulling their weight around the flat. Vladislav is like the medieval torturer, sex animal kind of guy. Deacon is the rebellious one,
He's a cool one.
the cool guy. And Peter's just so old. They say all their ages. Like, Viago's like 387. Deacon's like 176.
Yeah.
Vladislav was kind of old. He was like 870 something, but Peter's 8,000 years old. He's
so old.
He's Nosferatu.
Yeah, he is. And
this guy knows his Ferratu.
They go to this house meeting in there. That was pretty good. I liked that. He knows the Ferratu so well.
Yeah.
But they go into their kitchen. They have this meeting about doing the dishes because Deacon doesn't pull his weight. He hasn't done the dishes in 5 years or something. But I love this little like hissing, yelling, fighting thing going on at the table.
So funny.
Because they immediately just emerge from their...
They fly up at each other. And yeah. They sit back down and dust themselves off. That was embarrassing. And this is the part of the movie when we watched it the first time. The Connor's like, this is so us in the house. This is Brandon yelling at us to do the dishes
this is Brandon
one time.
suplexing people.
Yeah. That's when we
Yeah,
started
'cause-
tagging ourselves at all the vampires.
Because a lot of this core of this movie is the domestic disputes of living with male roommates
Yeah.
at its core.
But
It
yeah.
hits hard when you live with 5 of them.
They all intimidate each other, whatnot, and then you get some very... I liked these intro credits with this funky song. You're dead, you're dead, you're dead.
Oh, that song is so good. No, his
Yeah,
name like Norma Tanega, I think.
Jorma Tacone.
No, I don't know what that is.
That's a member of the Lonely Island crew.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
but
name.
but it's not like a movie, so where you like extremely enraged that there were title credits going on, Seth?
No, I was not. It was like fun little pictures in between of them living their lives. The song was better in this one, obviously. And then in between, as the song's playing, they would still have Viago talking documentary style as well.
Each of them would talk about vampirism and as they clean the house and stuff.
Yeah, in the credits, yeah. So no, I wasn't mad. I
Are you
loved
saying
them.
You're Dead is a better song than It Could Only Be You?
Yeah, maybe. I'm a pretty big fan of the bare bones stuff. Just a woman's vocals and a guitar.
Monster-themed Halloween music.
What?
He loves the Monster Mash so much. That's his favorite
The
song.
Monster Mash?
Alex!
Hi. Because you can't hear me.
They said hello. Brandon said
I heard that.
he said something foul.
No, he didn't. He literally just said Alex. And then said, can she even hear us? And I gave him
And then Brandon said something foul.
He did, just now before you left.
You wouldn't believe what I said. I said,
Whoa. Can we censor that out in post, or is that just going to come up?
You're dead.
Yeah, what's
you're
the...
dead. I'm going to take 58 minutes in the timestamp.
No, don't say it. Now they're going to know it's a joke.
No, just so I know to censor it.
Yeah.
My note here from the intro credits is it was funny that it was like New Zealand documentary board to help finance it because it's not a documentary. So it's just like
No, it's not.
So it's like we'll bend the rules just this once.
Yeah. Just because we like you guys so much. I mean, I would assume all of New Zealand sees Jermaine Clement as like a national hero. Hard to
And
say no to
Taika.
the guy. And Taika as well. I don't know as much about Taika from before from before this, I guess. But I know Jermaine being the Flight of the Conchords guy, like that's
I think
their,
Taika is their like hero.
yeah,
I
their
think
champion.
Taika is like their like national filmmaker as much as you can be for one.
Yeah.
Like we
Okay.
talked in the past about how Kurosawa is kind of that for Japan.
Yeah.
He's kind of that for New Zealand.
So
Almost
both of them
definitively.
together, you couldn't
Well,
say no.
I'm drawing a blank. What was Even Dwarf's guy's name?
Werner
Herzog.
Herzog.
Yeah. Maybe Herzog as well for
Yeah,
Germany.
for sure.
What if he made a mockumentary vampire movie instead of
Little person
Probably
vampire.
did.
movie.
Yeah, but they were all dwarves.
He
Yeah.
definitely did.
Even dwarf vampires started old.
Yeah.
Werner
I was trying to
Herzog.
describe Jermaine Clement to my
Oh, he
mom,
did one.
and I was like, "What?" She's like, "I don't know who that is," and I was just like, Dinner for Schmucks. He plays
Oh yeah.
the photographer guy that's always wearing goat legs.
Yeah. That's
Kieran.
right. That's right. That's right.
She's like, "Oh, that guy." I was like, "Yeah." But so after this intro, when that Hitler had a Nazi vampire army too?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Deacon was one
in
of them.
it.
Deacon was in it, but Diago came to New Zealand for love. But when he got here, she had fallen for someone else. His familiar put wrong postage on, and now he's just kind of stayed in New Zealand, even though he hasn't ever found the love of his life again. He got a necklace from her. It's a little, what do you call them? Locket thing.
Not a pendant.
Pendant. I was gonna say that, but a locket.
I think locket. Yeah.
With her picture in it, but it's pure silver. Vampires can't wear silver. He's just roasting his skin alive as he's wearing it. It's great.
Sorry, Caesar's whining at the door. But yeah, he's burning himself in his chest, and it's burning him, but also it hurts that he, just really wants to wear it.
His heart hurts more for not being with her than the silver.
Yeah, it does. That doesn't work.
And now you get a nice little out of tune band practice. They're jamming and whatnot, and they're all getting dressed up to go into town. They're going nightclubbing.
Yeah,
but
it's like a 80s teen movie montage.
they can't see their own
What are
reflection,
they going
so
to wear them all?
they're all drawing pictures of each other to see what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little nice little thing.
Yeah.
Little thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely will.
Definitely.
And you get a montage
Definitely
of them
fun.
getting ready to go out, and now it's time to party vampire style. They're ready to go, and you just get a quick cut to all of them riding the city bus together. I loved that cut, that edit there.
Definitely brings us back to our first days of college parties. To me, riding the bus,
I
either
never went.
downtown or to the college parties.
I never went to a college party. Why are you looking at me like that? I never went to a college party.
I went to college parties.
The only, well, I
Yeah,
guess
and I was
like
there
Seth
for
went to
one
parties.
semester.
I did go to like the only college parties that I ever went to were at Darren and Jordy's, and they were relatively small gatherings. They were never like
Not like a college party
Yeah.
per se. I took a bunch of Adderall, went to a bar.
That's a college party.
Yeah.
the
Monks
the
actually.
only
It's the
like
underground one.
the only like college
Literally
house
underground, not
party.
like indie.
The only college house party I ever went to, I was only there for a minute, and it was with Seth. We walked across.
That's right.
We walked across the Madison Street Bridge, down like past that Verizon,
We're
and
going to a house party.
yeah, to a house party. And we get there, and we like got there, and like, I don't want to be here, so we walked all the way back.
We didn't even get inside the house. Some
No.
kids were walking out. They said, "Hey, the cops are on the way." We were like, "Oh, okay. Let's just turn around and go back to the dorms." And Brock was like, "Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna stay."
We were outside,
He
and they're
stayed,
like,
and some guy got in a fight because he didn't like Sublime.
yeah, everybody. He's like, this guy doesn't like Sublime. Start beating the shit out of him. Everybody else
So
starts.
one guy was like, "I don't like Sublime." He's like, "Are you kidding me?" So he starts
He
beating his
beating
ass,
the
and
shit.
his buddies come over and help him, and they're like,
They're
"Why
jumping
are we
this
beating
dude."
this guy up?" He's like, "Well, he doesn't like Sublime." And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
We're jumping this guy because of Sublime.
Yeah, they like beat up their friend.
Yeah, we hung out in the
Idiot.
backyard for maybe a minute and then left and played 2K instead.
I don't even think we got to the door, man.
No, that's what I said, in the backyard
Oh yeah,
for like a minute and then left.
yeah.
But yeah, they get all dressed up, they ride the bus, and we go to meet some of the vampires in the town. There are about 60 to 70 of them in this town. All different ages. You learn about some of the tricks of vampirism, like they remain their age when they're bitten, all that sort of stuff. And you get to meet Jackie, which is Deacon's familiar. A familiar is basically their helper.
Their servant.
Their
servant.
slave.
Their slave. Yeah, they do all the dirty work, the recruiting,
Somebody you can summon at any time.
basically, on the
That's
hopes
like
that one day they can be a vampire.
That's like a trope of like any sort of monster movie. They have like a familiar or some sort of cretin in the background who does all the work for them.
Yeah.
And this
It's
one's
like-
funny because she's just like a mom.
she is a mom. She's got 2 kids and a husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She spends most of her day at this vampire house, cutting the grass, cleaning up blood from inside the house,
A lot of that. Yeah.
and finding virgins for their dinner party, for food for them. But she wants to be turned into a vampire by Deacon so bad.
So bad.
So
And you get to see Viago. He invites a girl home, and she's into him. Like, she is digging his vibe.
Yeah.
And he's like laying down the newspaper and shit.
While she's talking.
While she's talking, she doesn't even think anything about it. Pulls her hair to the side. She's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
He like leans in like he's gonna kiss her neck.
Well, standing behind the couch is the funny part.
Yeah.
I've never made a move like that.
well,
You're not making the right moves.
That's true.
evidence. Yeah.
But bites her instead of kisses her. Hits the main artery.
Yeah.
And blood is just spewing. He's like,
That's funny.
holding,
Like shit.
holding his mouth over the spewing
Yeah, trying to catch it
fire
all.
hose
Yeah.
of blood.
So funny.
It's just sucking cheese out of a cup.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that.
I was laughing so hard at that scene. And you also have like Vladislav, one of his powers, he knows hypnosis. He's really good at hypnosis, and he can turn into animals. But he has this
Almost.
one caveat.
It doesn't get
where
the faces right.
His normal Jermaine Clement face is
Out of
posted on
practice.
whatever animal. It's so funny.
Oh.
And he used to be the shit
You
back
out
in
of
his day
practice.
until he had a run-in with the Beast, and he's never been the same. They keep showing photos of the Beast,
Mm.
and it always changes. My favorite one is the first one. It's like this.
It's like this mythical creature.
it's
But
like,
yeah, the
it's
first
like
one.
this chubby, like kind of bipedal man looking
Yeah.
thing with horns.
It's mostly body though.
Isn't-
Like a little limbs. It's mostly a giant oval for a waist
with some
A
little
penis in the
antlers.
middle.
and a penis,
Penis
for a
at the belly button. a fat cock for a belly button. But
Yeah.
that was my favorite one. But he always changes. But so you're learning about them, all their powers, and then you get the Seth shot. Peter just walking by the window.
Yeah.
Like all of them go out, but Peter's too old, so he just stays in home, roams the house from time to time.
Yeah, that was when Connor was like, "Oh, that's Seth for sure." Sees me skulking by a window in the
And Seth
middle of
was
the
like,
night.
"What the fuck?"
Well, at the time it made sense, but now looking back, it makes a lot more sense.
But it's dinner party time. They've got some people coming over, some humans, and it's Nick and Josephine are coming as the victims. But neither of them are virgins. But that's okay. It's just not as fun if they're not virgins.
Yeah, do you guys have the quote of why that's, I'm sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
I'll just
do.
say it anyways.
I think you should.
It's, yeah, because
It's
I like the
Vladislav.
logic of it. It's just, like, why do you drink virgin blood? He said, wouldn't you like, you eat your sandwich knowing that nobody fucked it before?
Yeah.
Good logic for him.
The delivery of it's really funny too.
I think we drink virgin blood because it sounds cool. And Vladislav says, I think of it like this. If you're going to eat a sandwich, would you enjoy it more if no one had fucked it? Yeah. Great reasoning.
Yeah.
But
there's no reason for it. They're just like, it seems
But
cool.
Yeah.
And they keep saying all this right in front of the people who are like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, they totally do. And
Basghetti.
They have some Basghetti. They turn Nick's spaghetti into worms and turn his cock into a snake. And now he's trying to find a way out of the house when this like bagpipe drum music starts playing as he's running through the house trying to find a way out.
I love the music in this.
He's just running around. We were dying laughing at the Sussex House during this because he's getting cornered in every area. He sees them floating at him. Vladislav is a cat with his normal face.
The cat scene is the one we laughed at the most. Connor made us rewind and watch that like 4 different times.
He escapes them all. He ends up in
with Jermaine Clement's face just.
He ends up in this room all by himself, and a hand reaches from his backpack.
That was
Deacon's
really
in his
good.
backpack.
Yeah.
He opens the door to see Viago eating Josephine, but Viago again's going.
He's hit the
"Shit!"
main artery again.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude! This movie's so
It's
good.
just chaotic.
Wait,
Finally
then
makes it.
I laugh because he like has to run down the stairs and he just immediately falls all the way down them all, slides on his
Yeah,
stomach.
falls down the stairs.
On
They're
it.
floating down. Makes it out of the house safely into the woods where
Peter
Peter,
gets
fucking gets him. Like, shit, Peter
Yeah.
got him.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Indeed.
Tackles his ass. Do you like Basghetti?
But now it's 2 months later, and Deacon is performing this dance for Viago and Vladislav to some Indian music. When Nick flies up to the window, and he's a vampire now, we
He
get
got
to see like that night Nick's transition to the vampire world. A lot of pain, a lot of hot and cold sweats, but he just wants to hang out with all of them
It's like the flu.
since this is his new family.
Family.
Yeah,
The ones who can understand him.
Yeah.
yeah. And Nick's like, well, let's go out. Let's go out tonight. I'm new to this, but he can get them into Boogie Wonderland. This is a nightclub they've never been before.
Daylight creeps so
Yeah, they can only ever
slowly.
get into the poorly populated vampire-operated bar. But Nick's like a cool young Wellington socialite.
Yeah, but Deacon's not a fan of
Tattoos.
this. Deacon wants to stick to
Yeah,
their
He wants
ways.
to be the cool guy.
Yeah. And
He gets
here
credit on.
in this bar or in this club is where we meet Stu. This is Nick's friend, but they decide they're not going to eat him. They're just going to hang out with him because Stu's just a cool dude.
Yeah, Nick gives this big long speech like, I really want to eat him, but he's my mate. You don't eat mates.
You wouldn't eat
You
your
do.
boys.
Yeah.
You wouldn't download a car.
He would.
And you wouldn't download a car?
Yeah, it was all those ads.
Piracy ads. I forget what the original one is, but there's a lot of memes out there anymore. It's like, you wouldn't download your family. And it's
My favorite ad is just a billboard on I-90 outside of Billings. Like, it's when you're taking that long left-hand curve between South Billings Boulevard exit and 27th Street.
Mhm.
And it's just, I attended my father's funeral in Shackles, Montana Meth Project.
I don't. What the hell?
Shock.
Yeah, I don't know which part of that is the message. Yeah.
Get you every time.
I don't think they keep you in shackles for things like that either.
I also saw one today as I was driving down.
As
It
a
just said
semantic.
got mold,
Mm.
and then it just said Jim Arnold or something. It was just
It's
a picture
on
of the guy's
South
face.
Billings.
Yeah.
It's right outside your house.
Yeah. Got mold.
Mold. Good.
I'm Jim.
I think that's one of the like lawyer billboards is, are you injured? Good. We can help. But if you stop it, good. The billboard's just dumb. And those are the biggest words on the billboard is, are you injured? Good. And then it's like, here's our law firm.
Fine
Yeah,
print.
that will help you. Yeah.
But yeah, so now after their night of clubbing, they're all walking the streets when they walk past a group of werewolves.
Mm.
These wolves have to keep calm or they turn, and now we have a hissing, howling off. The wolves like to keep their cool. They don't want to be making a scene here.
Yeah, they're like
You're okay,
natural
CJ.
rivals, but for the most part, the werewolves are like, guys, just seriously leave us alone. Like we don't want to trouble at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vampires are kind of dicks about it. They fake throwing a stick at them.
They're pretty good.
Deacon's being a huge dick because he's not the cool guy anymore. He's trying to
Yeah.
be cool. The bad boy.
Yeah, the rebellious one.
Yeah.
And after all that, Nick breaks the news to Stu that he's a vampire, and Stu takes it well. They all decide they're not going to eat him because they like him.
Yeah.
And Nick and just want to hang out with him instead. And so Stu starts to teach them about the human world. He teaches Viago karate. He teaches them all about texting, taking selfies, and how to Google things, YouTube,
eBay.
etc.
While Nick's
eBay.
having a talk with Peter in the basement about Stu hanging out in the house.
Yeah, he has to have a long, convincing talk. You can't eat this guy. And
Yeah.
Peter doesn't say a word. He's just
Well, it wasn't like a long, convincing talk. He was just like, hey, do me a favor, bro. Like, talking to this 8,000-year-old creature. He's like, will you do me a solid here and, like, not eat my boy? He's a vegan, you know. He can't eat meats.
that's okay.
He'd be bummed out if he had to be a vampire. And like, Peter's nodding his head. He's like, oh, I feel you, brother. Like, I get it. Yeah. It's not like he's
The
trying to
subtle
convince him.
nod.
He's just like, yeah, for sure. You know, I get it. We're dogs here.
Peter's his boy.
Peter's the voice.
Peter's a homie.
I love him.
He's been an OG day one. A1 since day one.
Mm.
A homie say play on.
So they're going,
Player.
as vampires do, they're going out again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Nick, right, this is the thing, is Nick's telling everybody he knows. He's like talking everybody up. He's a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a vampire, baby.
Oh, also Viago called his old familiar from wherever they're from England or whatnot.
Oh,
He was like,
yeah, you're gonna have to tell me about this because I didn't. My subtitles were whack on this.
oh, so he calls his old
because the
familiar
subtitles
who's,
are in the movie on
Yeah.
this one.
who's now 90 years old. And he's pissed because Viago was supposed to change the familiar into a vampire. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm 90 years old now.
I wasted my life waiting for you.
And he's like,
Oh, yeah.
well,
Good
You-
to see you,
you-
Philip. I'll see you later.
you put the wrong postage on. It was nice to see you. Closes the screen.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He does that, and Viago, he finds, I can't remember the love of his life's name, but she's here with him. He stares like through the window from the street at her.
Yeah.
She's also like 90 years
Well,
old now.
She's been there this whole time. That's why he's in New Zealand.
Yeah,
He's just
she
never had
never
the
left.
courage.
but he's still just.
Well, she was already married by the time he got
Yeah.
there because he got the wrong postage and it took him 18 months, I think is what he said,
Yeah.
to sail to New Zealand. So he wasn't going to like interrupt that because she seemed happy.
But he stands outside her window and looks up 4 stories at her.
Yeah.
Every
Like a
night.
retirement home.
But yeah,
I'll do
Nick,
that. I'm going to start staring forlornly at retirement home windows. Throwing rocks.
holding boom boxes.
Bricks.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the
Killing old
throwing
women
bricks
for love.
You've got the Love Actually cards. You throw a brick
Yeah.
through a window, and
Oh, God.
I know it's Christmas. They're like,
Die,
it's St.
oldie.
Patty's Day.
Die oldie is the last card. It's all love actually except for the last one. Just hate crime.
But yeah, they're out clubbing. Nick is not a great vampire. He tells everyone that he's a vampire. He tells them he's from the movie Twilight, and Deacon and Nick end up getting into it over Nick telling everyone. And now we have this epic bat fight. They all love it too.
Yeah.
Vladislav Viago. Oh, fucking bat fight.
Yeah.
Have a good bat fight.
All it's missing is their flip phone cameras
Yeah.
recording the whole thing.
But at one point, Deacon turns into his normal humanoid vampire stuff, grabs Nick Bat, throws him into the goddamn garage.
Yeah.
He gets him good.
He's been a vampire longer.
Yeah. And so
Nick like
Deacon-
skulks off.
Deacon flies out of there, and Nick's like, what the hell? So they stop to eat some food with Stu, and Nick eats one of Stu's chips, a French fry.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's just projectile vomiting blood. They can only eat blood.
Yeah.
But Stu's like, Nick's like, I am fucking over being a vampire if I can't eat French fries.
I couldn't tell if it was the regular food or if there's like a little bit of garlic in the French fry, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sure they still can't eat
Bleh.
human food, but he probably
I think it was just
threw up.
normal. Yeah.
I think
But-
so too.
He had some San Fran garlic fries
That's what it was.
in New Zealand.
I just feel like garlic would make him throw up more, maybe. But I'm getting into the lore of this movie for no reason.
Yeah. But yeah, he's over being a vampire, doesn't want to be there anymore. And Deacon flies as a bat to his way to Jackie's place, where he hits a fucking power line as a bat, falls out of the sky,
Yeah, it
shocked
turns
to
him back
death.
Normal.
You're okay, buddy.
And he goes to tell her he was planning on changing her to a vampire tonight. But now that Nick is a vampire, he must penalize her, and she's going to have to wait several years at least. Is that true? It's like, is that true, Dan?
That's not true, Dan. What are we
He
gonna
just
do,
likes
skateboard
having her
kid?
as a servant, basically. He's like, yeah, like I was gonna totally change you tonight, but now he jumped in the line. You're gonna have to wait a few years. Sorry, see you later.
Yeah, which is evidenced by the Skype call with Viago's familiar from forever ago, who's 90 now.
Mhm.
But he never got turned into a vampire either.
Peter seems to be the only one that changes people into vampires because he changed Deacon.
Yeah, Peter's a good man. I think that's the lesson that we should learn from comparing me to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
He might
not
skulk
long
around
for
in the
this world.
darkness. Wait.
Right, the very next scene.
Yeah, because Nick, in his escapades, if you will, around town, telling everybody he's a vampire, the one guy says, "Oh, I'm a vampire hunter," and he's like, "That's a good one, buddy."
Email me.
Yeah.
Can you let Caesar in here? Open the door. He's gonna die out there.
I'll let him in.
But yeah, all of a sudden we did miss a point where Viago floats to his love's like window. He was an honorable man, waited for her husband to die and whatnot. But every night he puts the photo up in his little casket and jerks off to her photo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just repeated thumping in his little casket. But yeah, all of a sudden there's screaming
That was
coming
his
from the
heart beating
hatch.
out of his chest because he's so in love.
Oh, of course. There's screaming coming from the hatch. They open it up to see Peter burning alive in a fatal sunlight incident where he
Screaming.
dies.
It's so funny. That's my favorite part of the whole movie.
They just open
freaking
the hat-
Peter on fire. Yeah.
It's so high pitched. It sounds like a wounded animal.
Yeah, that's true because with how silent Peter is and how old, I figured he wouldn't have a tenor voice, but
Yeah. Poor Peter perished. They could not
Peter-
put him out in time.
Peter burns alive. A vampire hunter broke through the window but got crushed by Peter's tomb door. But he was subjected to the sunlight that came through. And the whole time Deacon and Vladislav are like examining the scene down there, and they're like, well, this is good craftsmanship on the sanding of these wooden pegs from table legs. Like they really appreciated the vampire hunter's work.
Yeah, they know a good steak when they see one.
Yeah.
Hello.
But yes, the vampire hunter was the guy Nick told, and now they decide, or Deacon,
The police show up.
the police show up because they heard about a forced entering and smoke coming from the house and
This
some
is a good
screaming.
scene.
So now they're exploring the house with Viago, but he hypnotized them into seeing nothing out of the familiar. But all of the people in the house are nervous because Viago isn't the best hypnotizer.
Yeah,
there
so
are-
they keep finding these red herrings. So, like, looking right at the dead body or whatever. And they're like, hey, do you have any smoke detectors? Come on now.
Yeah.
Or they're looking
What is
like
this?
Nick is literally floating in the corner as Vladislav is holding Nick down, flying in the air.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the hell? Yeah, this is the smoke. There's no smoke detectors, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but then the end they're like, you will not care about the smoke detectors. Like, yeah,
Or
it's
like,
no big deal.
they go into the basement, they see the charred body of Peter, and then they see the smashed body under the tomb door of the vampire hunter. They're like, this guy's so drunk he's asleep.
Yeah. He had a rowdy night.
They put him on his side. If he pukes, he could die. But so yeah, that was a good one. And
You good boy.
that's it. They leave because the hypnotism worked, and they have a house meeting for Nick's crimes. They decide that they've got to evict him from the flat indefinitely. But
Now they have to do a procession of shame.
do the procession of shame where they just walk in
Even
a
worse.
circle and yell shame at him. But they do decide that Stu can still hang out
Yeah.
because he's
They can all
clumsy.
go to the unholy masquerade.
Did you either of you guys take this? Might be past where you watched. Did you see this?
No, I was way before this. I didn't even get to Peter's death.
Did you take the quote of them in the meeting trying to evict him? Where Viago was, he was like saying things. He's like, all right, penalty number 1, you brought a human into the house. And like, well, that human's Stu. We kind of like Stu. They're like, all right, we're going to cross out number 1. Number 2, you let a vampire hunter into the house and killed Peter. Like, wait, that should have been number 1. Like, wait, we wanted to build to that. Wait, let's cross this out. This is now number 1. They're like, anyway, you're evicted. This should have been number 1 because we like Stu.
Yeah.
But so he's gone now, and it's several months later. Again, they get an invitation to the Unholy Masquerade, and this is an event for them to dress up with other undead folks, and they have a guest of honor. And there's a rumor that this guest of honor is going to be Vladislav. He's pretty pumped about this.
I don't know where you heard that rumor, and it's also incorrect.
He's livid when he finds out who it is.
It's the Beast, his rival.
And they show more
We've battled
pictures of the
so
Beast.
times. Yeah.
But it's going to be the Beast. What the hell is the Beast? Who is the Beast? Because I couldn't remember this from the first time I watched it. But they are all getting ready, and Vladislav looks like shit. Does not want to go to the masquerade. His skin is like gray. He hasn't eaten in weeks.
He's just nervous.
He's
That's what happened to me
nervous.
before your wedding.
That was you?
Hmm.
Before you had to make your speech?
Mm-hmm.
When you thought you lost the rings?
That was a joke, Brandon.
He didn't think he lost him. You thought he lost
I
him.
didn't, because he ran about. He's like, wouldn't it be funny if I pretended I lost the rings? I was like, that'd be pretty funny. I approved of that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that you and Alex were gonna bow to each other when you parted ways at the altar during the ceremony, though.
And look where we are now.
They're at the altar themselves right now.
They're bowing to each
Nearly.
other.
But yeah, so he
Battle.
looks like shit. He doesn't want to go. They're fighting. He hasn't eaten forever and is just bidding for tables on eBay.
Yeah, it's a good pun.
Let me just finish my bidding.
My dark bidding.
Yeah, the dark bidding.
But at the masquerade,
So funny.
Jackie shows up. And she is a vampire now, too. Apparently, Nick changed her, and Deacon is pissed.
Yeah, because he lost his servant.
He's like, I haven't seen you in months. But, you know,
Nick
who
and
else is at
Stu
the...
are also there. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Stu's just at this party, just hanging out. He's a human with all the undead. There's, like, banshees and witches and zombies. And werewolves and vampires.
So many, yeah.
I don't think the werewolves
and
are
Stu.
invited.
I don't think so, but they should have been, probably.
My favorite part of this was when they're doing like the announcement or whatever right before the guest of honor comes out. They're like, all right, we've got a live raffle here for some like A+ quality meat. It was just like a guy in a cage.
In a cage. And
Just like, what the hell?
And the guy in the cage is like, hey, guys.
Yeah, that's the raffle.
But the Beast gets on stage, and it's actually just Vladislav's ex-girlfriend, Pauline. He just calls her the Beast. She really hurt him emotionally, but also impaled him with a stake.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, is what he said. And at this party, it becomes a task eventually to get Stu out of there as all the people find out that he's human.
He's like the hot girl at the bar.
In a bar full of rapists, apparently.
In a bar full of vampires.
Yeah.
And Nick doesn't see what's wrong this whole time. He's like, so what if he's a human? I checked +1. I was like, it didn't necessarily state that the +1 could not be human. They're trying to find a loophole in the clause and whatnot, but they're all cornering them. And they're like, Nick,
What?
Nick, vouch for your life here. So,
We're
or
almost at the
Stu.
end
So Stu gives
of our movie.
a very dull speech about his work and data analysts and whatnot. They all corner him because they're like, oh my God, he's a data analyst. He's a virgin. So they corner in on him. And it looks grim until Vladizov shows up and makes a scene.
Yeah,
Dun,
he
dun.
confronts his ex-girlfriend, the villain.
And we get a big vampire fight where Vladislav is fighting the Beast's new boyfriend,
Tomorrow.
who looks like shit.
Diet Coke for dinner.
Is he like a werewolf or something?
No,
Is he a vampire also?
I think he's a vampire.
I thought he was a
Oh,
different kind of mystical being
that's-
besides vampire, though.
He could have been, but he
Yeah.
had this like really ugly nose. Like his nose is huge
Yeah, he just looks like shit.
and short and shriveled. But he's apparently super strong because he gets Vladislav on the ground and somehow is like sucking his soul from him.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
When out of nowhere he gets impaled through the chest with a flagpole
Yeah.
by fucking Stu.
Woo! Good boy.
He just stabs him through the chest, and all the vampires leave and walk across this field when they encounter the werewolves again on transformation night. The werewolves like to plan
They're chaining
ahead.
themselves to trees.
They're chaining themselves to trees. They're wearing tracksuit pants so they don't rip out of them.
Yeah.
The one guy's
The-
like,
the-
"Oh, you
Some of
guys
them
are
are.
wearing fucking jeans. You're gonna ruin your nice jeans."
He's got the ones that the cutaway, the flyaway
Yeah.
pants.
The one guy's
He's
like,
the leader, the alpha male.
I don't remember my combo. He's like, why? I keep losing my key. But they transform too quickly. The moon comes out, and they're going. They're like, we got to get the hell out of here. Vampires, cameramen, Stu. The cameramen start getting eaten, and then they got fucking Stu too.
R.I.P.
Stu was a real one. And it's a really somber, like beautiful moment where Deacon comes up to Nick to talk with him. And he tells him that that's the hard part of vampirism is you end up losing all the people around you that you once loved. That you see them come and go out of your life, and yet you have to continue living while everybody else leaves you. Whether voluntarily or involuntarily. I'm like, shit. What the hell is this? This beautiful moment between enemies in a mockumentary vampire movie.
It's the soul
Poetry.
of it. The soul of wit.
Brevity.
And cops show up on the scene and see everyone dead here. But they're like, oh my God, this has definitely been a dog attacked. And they find this little border collie and they're like, oh, this guy did all this. He murdered all these people. And they're like, we're going to have to put you down, dog. I was like, oh my God. I put a crying emoji next to my
I
notes.
was wondering what that was. I've been looking at that for a minute. From
Crying
all the
emoji.
things in this movie that were that sad, you put it for. I
The
mean, it's
cop-
still sad.
Yeah, the cops were in their own movie. I put too. It's funny because they have their own spin-off show. It turned out, which I didn't know, but they're definitely like think that they're the stars of the documentary crew, which I think is funny. It's like, well, yep, we're filming our cop show today. Looks like we got a case of dogs today.
Yeah, this is New Zealand's cops. Bad dogs, bad dogs.
Yeah, that's why the
Big dogs, big dogs.
The Wellington Paranormal spinoff sounds funny because I imagine they're still just as inept at their jobs in that show, but they're the stars of it. It'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
They pull up on a
They're
crime
all
scene,
hypnotized, still looking at dead bodies. Like, yeah, this is nothing.
find a completely mauled body and like, that dog did it. It's just a border collie. Border collies are not known as a vicious breed. They only nip your heels because they heard you.
Well, they're like the smartest breed of dog too, so they're the only ones that have the intelligence for motive to kill you.
Yeah, but the other ones would maliciously kill you.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be intentional, like a border collie would.
And if it's intentional, that means it's premeditated, which means it's first-degree murder. And
That
they
means
get
you can indict
the
them.
electric chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
the Doberman Pinscher is just, you know,
Oh,
a happenstance.
well, the Pinscher wouldn't, but the Doberman. The Pinscher's a little one, isn't it?
No, that's a mini pin. That's a min pin.
Ah,
Mini
Anyway.
pin. Yeah, anyway, that's not important. But now you get shots of everyone just sadly living their lives now without Stu. They throw a scarf into the river for him. It's like he didn't really wear scarves, but
no,
they gave him
Deacon made him a scarf.
oh,
He
that's
was
right,
working the
because he
whole
was
movie on that
crocheting.
scarf.
That's right.
Because they're boys. They all love him.
And
Yeah.
they
I feel like he didn't get the movie.
he didn't get it because I missed this one part.
Yes, it's a huge part. It's sad.
It is sad. but
There's a lot of implications behind understanding why he throws a scarf in there, Brandon.
yeah, well,
So
I got
missing the one small thing is missing a lot of small things that add up to one huge thing.
Mm.
a big part of this
hates you.
podcast is us kissing.
Yeah, but it's a lot of small
And-
things leading up
And,
to
and
it.
if you don't understand why, you don't get this podcast of why we keep kissing. But they have this like family photo of all of them together. It's got Nick, it's got Peter, it's got Stu, it's got the three main guys in there. It's just a nice little shot. And now you get a voicemail on the answering machine. I think it was 4:20 a.m. I don't know if that was probably intentional, but
Probably.
it's from Nick saying he has a big surprise. They knock on the door and they open it up to find Stu here. Stu's like, "What's up, guys?"
Stu.
He's got marks all over body, but he's a werewolf now. And we get to see the events of the night when he got turned, because he was in like the gurney, being like wheeled off into the ambulance. When he turns, fucking freaks out, like, man, that guy was on drugs. The inept cops again, but now the vampires and the werewolves are trying to all hang out together in the house, and Viago's now with Catherine. He turned her into a vampire so they can be together forever. And that is the end of what we do in the shadows. But a couple end credits where Vladislav and Pauline are trying to get back together without ripping each other's throats out. Jackie, my favorite was Jackie as a vampire with her husband familiar. Like and now she's like, "You're gonna have to do all the work around here now." And he's like, "Okay." And then all the werewolves just laughing together. Reese kept making jokes, and he's like, "Why are you laughing?" He's like, I was like, "You fucking idiot! Why are you laughing now?" He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "You're a fucking idiot!" And just see, "Why are you laughing?" He's like, with the group. He's like, "This guy fucking gets it." But after those, that is the end of what we do in the shadows.
Movie.
No, not yet.
Movie.
I think we could probably get through quotes. We're doing decent on time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
If, like good movies, they usually take less time.
Yeah, we just
Because it's flat out
accept.
good. We're
Yeah.
not like
we just accept
it
We're not
nothing.
apart.
arguing. Yeah.
yeah.
What are you talking about? We argued for 9 minutes about When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, but Devin was already drunk by the time we started the podcast, and I was just ready to hop on any reason to fight against anybody.
Except Devin.
Yeah, I was always on his side for things.
It's
For
just like
sure.
the Cat in the Hat crew.
Oh god, I love the Cat in the
The
Hat.
Cat in the Hat Coalition.
Such a good movie.
It's so bad.
It's a 10.
You missed Napoleon Dynamite. One of the reviews on there was from the Little Songbird, and she was like, "This movie is not bad. It's good. It does not belong in the categories with Disaster Movie and The Room and Epic Movie and The Cat in the Hat."
Nobody put it in that category.
That's what we said, but I put it in there because she grouped The Cat in the Hat with Disaster Movie and Epic Movie and all that. But yeah, Lucas said the same thing. He was like, "Why is she comparing Napoleon Dynamite to Epic Movie?"
No.
Because she's autistic, right? Is that her thing?
Yeah, that's like her deal.
Yeah,
It's
she has
like a
Asperger's
trend.
or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's a fad she's on.
no, it's not a fad
Burgers.
movie. That's a terrible thing to say.
Oh, it's awesome. It's a
It's
nope.
radical.
Yeah. Catasperger's.
Oh, we
tree.
are supposed to say
Yeah.
movie. We are supposed to say movie because we're going into quarters. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're
you
right.
stopped me and tried to slight the
But-
plight of people
but it
with
doesn't-
autism.
It doesn't work that way because I'm gonna be like, "Can you find where the break in the movies was?" And it's just gonna be where I put the movie clip in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that if we have to pause.
For the 2-hour pause.
Did you not do that before? You didn't do the movie clips before?
No, we did.
Yeah.
But we did the
Often time it.
movie thing at like an
Oh.
hour and 10 minutes
Just
because
for
we
the transition
split the
period.
two
Okay.
recording. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get into some quotes, ratings, and reviews. Those are quers. Lucas is frozen, but that's okay.
It's not frozen.
He's still just holding up 5. All right.
Movie.
movie. How many quotes do we have, guys? I have a lot. It's bad.
I have a mustache.
You can't have more than like 21. That's the rule.
That's illegal now. What 21 is such a specific.
That's a cap.
I have
I have
18.
No cap.
Okay.
I tried to get as many as I could in the few minutes that I watched. 5 and kind of 6, just something that I thought was funny.
Seth, since you only watched the first half, you just use up all yours.
I'm gonna do them all.
And then tell me how many you have after that, Lucas. And if it's like 6 or something, you just do all yours, and then I'll finish mine, okay?
Okay.
Why are you shaking your head no, but saying okay?
Because we're an audio medium.
Hmm.
And I have a tick.
Seth, do all of yours.
All right.
Go.
First one. Viago.
Right now.
Viago
Play.
was an 18th century dandy, so he can be a bit fussy.
Yeah,
Pause.
he was like the undandy. He was the fruity vampire.
Play.
Second one. Most of our clothes are from victims. You might bite someone and think, "Oh, those are nice pants."
Those are nice pants.
I thought he was saying that's why they want to look nice. Because like while they're biting their victim, the victim would be like, "Oh, those are nice."
No.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That would be funnier, actually, but no.
That they're just saying when like, "Oh, I killed this guy. I might as well take his clothes." That would be way funnier if the guy's like, "Nice pants." His final words. I don't really take a quote on this part, but it's really funny when they're hinting at the beast earlier in the movie, and they say Vladislav used to be really powerful, but since his humiliating defeat, goddamn,
Defeat.
humiliating defeat by the great beast. I just think it's funny to call it like a divorce, a humiliating defeat at the hands of the beast, the great
breakup.
beast. Yeah, just a wild way to phrase all that. Really funny.
He's been bested.
Anything you want to find, you can type it out. I lost a really nice silk scarf in about 1912. Google it. Google it. Yeah.
Yes, now Google it.
Oh man. It's the same scene basically where Stu's like, we can look at her photos, and Vlad's like, oh yes, we can poke her.
Poke?
Yes.
You do it.
Yes.
I
Very
love the
quietly.
sound of that.
What is? Because you used to be big at poking on Facebook. What was
Yeah.
your longest poke streak?
Carter and Yancey, both separately, we each got to 1,000 plus.
You and my brother?
Yeah.
Carter doesn't even use Facebook. He only used it to poke you.
Yeah. I don't have Facebook anymore, but when I did, Carter and I got to 1,000 pokes. Yancey and I got to 1,000 pokes before the streak ended. Because you have to do it like every day or something.
Yeah.
Or it goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get 2 for 1 poke, like each way?
Yeah. It's 1,000 pokes total. So like
500 days.
I guess
A year and a half of poking straight.
or maybe it's like a 12-hour thing.
Reminds me of Steve every time he posts on a Snap story. Streaks, anyone?
Oh god, I hate that shit. It was funny because like nobody knew we were doing it. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a public streaks thing. Anyway, my last one, I guess. Oh, I just wrote this one down while we were recording. It was Vlad talking about I was bitten when I was 16. Back then, life was rough for 16-year-olds. He
looks like a 45-year-old.
because he's 45 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And break.
Lucas, how many do you have now?
I don't think he took any of mine. So 10.
Yeah.
We'll do halves.
Okay, so I'll do
Halvesies.
5.
Yeah.
How many did you have, Brandon? 21?
I had 18. You took one of mine.
Just one. Nice.
The scarf one.
My first one is from the introduction of all our characters. When Deacon was recounting his last night, he said, "Last night I transformed into a dog and had sex." Like, go Deacon.
Go Deacon. Go Deacon.
Yeah. And then when Nick and Josephine are invited over and Nick runs out and gets captured by Peter, they're all like, "Oh man, who let Peter out? Man, he got him."
He got him.
Yeah.
Fuck, Peter got him.
Like,
And then-
he's the dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
After that, I transformed into a dog and had sex. Viago just responds with, "Cool."
Nice. Nick, when he's saying like how bad his transformation is, he's like between being a human and a vampire, the only difference would be that my eyes like bleed heaps. They just keep bleeding. And he hates that.
I laughed.
Yeah.
It was quite like having the flu, except my eyes would bleed heaps, and you just got to him with just blood streaming from his eyes.
Poor
Yeah,
Nick.
it's like, I don't know how else to explain it. Just like, besides the flying and the no sunlight and the bleeding and stuff. But yeah, it's just like
he
that.
named like really cool things. He was like, "Yeah, I'm flying and I've got all these powers, but my eyes just keep bleeding."
Yeah. And then my last one for now, when they meet the werewolves, one of the werewolves is like talking trash. He goes, "Hey, I know this guy. It's Count Fagula."
That's right. Yeah, and then everyone else is like, "Whoa."
Yeah, because
We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this guy. He's Count Fagula. Well, don't swear now. And Ant and the alpha goes to all the werewolves. What are we? And they're just all, "We're werewolves,
Yeah.
not swearwolves."
And it's funny, in response to Count Fagula, he takes off his glove and slaps him with it.
He is kind of a Count Fagula.
Not with his hand.
Not helping the accusation.
He doesn't slap him with his hand, with the
No.
glove.
It's like, oh, he's just taking off his gloves now. And he's whip.
All right, go ahead, Brandon.
You did take a couple of mine there, so that's good. All right, we already mentioned this before. This was the Deacon. I think we drink virgin blood because it sounds cool. I think of it like this: if you're gonna eat a sandwich, you would enjoy it if no one fucked it before.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that wasn't in my notes. I'm gonna wait in case Lucas says it. Never mind.
Okay.
This is when they bring Nick and Josephine over for dinner, and they're like asking if they're virgins, and Josephine's like, "No, I'm not a virgin." She's like, "God, I would have pegged you for a virgin." They're like, "Well, Nick, you're a virgin. We were a virgin when we were seeing each other." And he's like, "Yeah, I was 12." So there's that. Oh, I can't hear.
This guy fucks.
My thing got unplugged. Oh, I can hear him now. Good. This is when they're going out clubbing, and like we said, people, when they're bitten and turn into a vampire, they stay the same age. And Vladislav runs into these like two little girls, and he's like, "What are you doing tonight? Are you gonna kill some perverts?" And the child vampire's like, "Yeah, we're gonna meet a pedophile." He's like, "Awesome."
They strangled the hell out of
They
him.
did. Let's see. He said that. Scarf, Count Fagula. As your night last turned into a dog and had sex. I went into this Viago. I went into the lounge the other day, and there was blood all over my nice antique couch. So I was like, "Which one? The red one?" He's like, "Well, yeah, it's red now." And he says, "We're vampires. We don't put down towels."
Some vampires do. Well, not the serious ones.
And then it later cuts to Viago putting down the newspaper.
Yeah, and the towels and fucking it up anyway.
This is just from Vladislav. It's just a quick little thing, but he just says, "We should get some slaves." And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus."
Yeah, because
He's
they
got
were
some
saying like he's got some,
old-fashioned ideas.
But in the other ones, everyone else was like, "Yeah, good idea."
And then a quote from Viago. He's like, this is as they're walking downtown heading to the club. He's like, "Coming into town is really cool because just for one brief moment, I feel," and he's cut off by a teenager just going, "Homos!"
That is funny.
That's right. And they don't respond to it. They don't get mad. They just keep walking.
Yeah, they just keep walking.
Because they know they dress like shit. They can't figure it out.
No, they think they dress awesome because they're so old.
No. They've been around for hundreds of years. They like have to hype each other up, but they all know we can't see ourselves. There's no way we look good.
Yeah.
That's why they don't fight the kid. They're not like, "We look fucking great." They're like, "We messed up tonight, didn't we?" Sometimes they get it right.
But they still do wear all like the
They look like that.
frilly shirts and
Yeah.
like stuff of the old days. Lucas, finish yours off.
Okay, so this is when Nick and Deacon are fighting. Deacon goes, "Shut up, Nick! You're not Twilight." Before they start fist fighting.
He just keeps saying it over. I'm from Twilight.
When they discover Peter's death and they're looking at the vampire hunter who crashed through the window, Nick's like, "Oh, I know that guy. I told him I was a vampire." And Viago in the back just goes, "What?" Totally admits it. And then
he told me he was a vampire hunter. I told him to email me.
yeah, I was like, "Oh, I know that guy." And for his crimes in the procession of shame, they're all going shame at him. As he's walking away, I think Viago just goes, "Bad vampire."
It was like a dog.
Yeah, he did bad vampire things. I have 3 more actually, so I did 4 and then 6. That's okay. This one's from Reese Darby. Right before they're about to turn into werewolves, he goes, "Your legs will expand. They'll grow into the tracksuit. Those jeans will rip for sure."
They like to plan ahead, okay?
His tracksuit pants were so big, yeah.
They had so much room in the calves.
He was so prepared, yeah. And he was just like so slightly annoyed too the whole time at the ineptitude of his own werewolves. God, guys, come on, get it together.
That's what I was saying. The one was like, he's like, "Why did you get a combination?" Like, I keep losing my key. He's like, "Well, probably try 0000. That's the factory reset."
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah, my penultimate one. During the big battle scene with the werewolves, as Stu is flying through the air, I think it's Viagra. He goes, "Stu, you all right?"
You okay, Stu?
Yeah. And then my very last one, when the police suspect it was a dog attack and not werewolves, they're taking away the border collie. They look at like the mauled Stu on the ground. He goes, "Look what you did, eh?" to the dog. He's like making it look at his crime. This little puppy. And that's all my quotes.
Oh my god.
I wish I would have taken down the exact quote because I mentioned it earlier, but it's like, rule number 1, you let a human in the house. Well, that was just Stu. He's pretty cool. All right, rule number 2, you told everybody you're a vampire and Peter got killed from a vampire. That should have been number 1. I just think that's funny. The one that I thought of, though, along the way that I was waiting was, it was when Jackie, doing all of her familiar stuff, has to take their laundry to the laundromat. And the guy, she drops off, the guy's like, "This is full of blood." And she's like, "My husband's a big hemophiliac. He bleeds a lot."
She winks right at the camera. Well, he didn't even say anything. She goes, "It is a little bit of blood, but my husband's a hemophiliac. He bleeds a lot." And the guy just goes, "Oh, okay." And she's winking.
Okay, I'm gonna finish mine off. When the cops come, when the cops come in, Viagra goes, "I really hope that those guys don't kill the police because it will mean more police will come, possibly even Christians, which is totally the last thing we need in this house."
Any house.
This quote is just shit. Yeah, that didn't go so great. I hit the main artery, so it's a real mess in there right now.
Tucks his
frills bib thing.
It's like his handkerchief into his vest, and it's hitting the mic, so it's just like in silence, but it's static. Him trying to look. That was the good running bit of the show. Is
the
Viago?
mics.
Well, Viago's excited to be in a documentary. She's always trying to be prim and proper and like, shoulders square, and he's trying to tuck his. He's soaked in blood, trying to stick a bloody handkerchief back into his vest, so he still looks nice.
This is a great one. Deacon, "Nick, do you like Basghetti?" He's like, "Yeah, but I would like it if it were more warm." And he's like, "Well, how do you like your Basghetti? Does it look like worms?"
I didn't know you enjoyed eating worms, Nick. He's like, "What the fuck?"
He looks at, "Oh my god, it's worms."
It's worms.
And now your penis is a cobra. And he opens it. Holy shit, there's a snake. What'd you guys do to my penis? But I just like Nick's like, "It'd be better if it were warm." It's just like Chef Boyardee just opens the
emptied
can.
out of cans, yeah.
That was just Basghetti.
Do you like Basghetti?
It was like quite like having the flu, except my eyes would bleed heaps. Vampire mates never eat human mates. I thought that was nice.
What?
I thought it was nice, okay?
All
you
right.
idiots.
Nope, that's, yeah.
This is Jackie. She's pissed that she hasn't been turned into a vampire. She's like, "All I'm saying is that if I had a penis, I would be a vampire already." It's like one big circle biting each other's dicks off. They don't even wear shirts. They wear blouses. It's one giant homoerotic dick biting club.
The feminist critique of vampires.
Yeah. This is when the cops are over looking through their house and whatnot, and Deacon's like, let's kill them. And Vladislav's like, wait. Let's hear what other safety points they can tell us about the house first. Because he was like really in tune with the smoke detectors and the things right above the the electrical box above the fire hazard.
Yeah.
Let's hear him out. This is a Seth quote.
What?
I just assumed while watching this Seth would say bleh, so that's my Seth quote.
Bleh.
Seth.
I did not
You'd
say
be more
bleh
likely
at
to
any
say
point in
it.
this. Yeah, I didn't say bleh at any point. I only say it on this podcast and at
self-quote.
work.
No,
Self-quote
Seth
saying
says
bleh.
bleh.
I say bleh at work.
And then last
when
is
I'm on
my
the clock.
Viago quote right at the end of the movie. They say that vampire hearts are cold and dead. Definitely dead, but I don't know. I think I still feel things inside of it.
Who?
That's Viago.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's beautiful.
Because he turns his lover into a vampire.
Yeah, she's a vampire now, and he still feels something even though it's cold and dead. That's absolutely beautiful.
Is it?
Almost cried.
Mm.
That's quotes. You don't need to make that noise. Caesar's not in here.
It's right there, idiot.
Oh shit, he is. Never mind.
He
So
won't
that's
leave.
quotes, boats. But I think that might be a good time for us to pause.
Let's
What
do
do you
it
think?
right now.
Movies.
Right now.
Movies.
Do we need to pause still? Are we good?
Movies.
I've been dead.
What?
I don't know. I'm stopped right now. I don't know. Seth ruined it by saying, "Do we need to pause right now?"
How did I
He
ruin it
ruined
by
it.
saying do we
He
need to
did
pause right
because
now?
now
He
he
did!
did because now they're gonna know that all of those previous movies don't mean shit.
They didn't. They never meant shit.
People get shivved in the joint
He ruined it.
I ruined it. Ruined.
because all those movies, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, are we supposed to pause now?" They're gonna be like, "Oh, that's before the pause."
Well, then just figure it out and put it after the pause.
Yeah, I probably will. I'll just cut it out, you idiot.
Cut it out with this shellacking you're doing of my ego.
Okay, I'm ready again.
Like
Let's
shellac, like nail polish.
I thought it was a woodworking term. You know,
Yeah, it could be.
You just like shellac it.
It's like a cowboy thing.
Yeah.
I'm a cowboy.
On a steel horse, alright. He's wanted.
Wanted.
For
Dead.
sex crimes.
Dead or sex crimes.
Bled or
No,
sex.
no, not bled or sex crimes. We got him on 2 counts: sex crimes and bled.
He's a vampire that commits sex crimes.
In an order that might shock you.
Most vampires too. Yeah, so we're gonna jump back in with movie, right?
We're gonna keep doing
Yeah.
movies, yeah.
And I'm gonna say the same thing I said before.
About Keith Urban?
What? He isn't even brought up today. Don't invoke him.
We just brought him up.
No. We brought up fucking Bon Jovi, you idiot.
Oh yeah.
Your mom
Yeah.
would be pissed if this was live recording right now, by
It
the
is
way.
live recording.
She
right
doesn't
now.
watch the YouTube videos.
My mom doesn't watch YouTube.
If she did, she would understand that I'm a bigger Bon Jovi fan than you are.
She would call it
And
the
she slapped
YouTube.
the wrong guy.
Oh, she slapped me.
Let's push play.
She
Before
got
we
mad at
uncover.
Blay.
Snapchat for saying she said we don't say get on the retarded train.
No, Down syndrome
Down
train.
syndrome train, that's it.
Did you say get on the Down syndrome train while I was away?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All aboard the Down syndrome train. Is
Yeah,
what we said.
At least you didn't say like Can't stop the R train, baby.
I said it was satire.
Yeah, it was a look at the
I
medium.
told her it was an appreciation of Down syndrome people.
See, look, we gave them their own train. They're driving it themselves.
No,
They love it.
that sounds more demeaning.
No, it's
It's
not.
like, no, they can't drive it. Are you crazy?
No, not that. It's just like, hey,
But I'm saying we give ethnicities their own months. If we give people of different intellect their own train, I don't think it's much different.
Yeah.
And how do you feel
on,
about Black
Brandon.
History Month, Brandon? Do you think it's demeaning towards them
but
to give
don't
them their own month?
autistic people love trains?
Now you're being an asshole. This is different.
That's fit play, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna just say movie a bunch.
You
Mhm.
can. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna be riffing. I'm gonna be doing some Robin Williams stuff.
You're gonna be doing run. Riffing. All right. Excuse me. We're gonna clap on 5 and then some movies, okay?
What do they call it? Down syndrome?
No. What's up with that?
Where are they going? Pretty much as far down as you can be on the social pole.
Jesus
It's
It's
Christ.
Robin Williams. He hated them.
He did.
He did.
Let's first play.
Okay.
1, 2,
Wait.
3,
I'm not ready.
play.
I'm not ready. 1, 2, 3, play.
Movie.
It feels
movie,
like
movie,
I've
movie,
watched
movie,
way
movie,
too
movie,
many
movie,
movies.
movie.
Bleh.
Movie.
Ratings time.
It's
There's
ratings
movies
time.
I still need to
Uh,
watch.
Starting off with Thermometer.
I'm up 3-1.
That is critics. Huh?
You're 3-1.
You're up
I'm
3-1.
No one's
And
ever
so we're gonna
won.
start with you today, Lucas.
I'm gonna say 87%.
This is critics. Seth?
You know, I was gonna say 82 earlier. I'm just gonna stick with 82.
Okay. Our winner today is Lucas.
Damn.
Up 4-1. 96% from critics.
Let's
Ooh,
fucking
hot
go.
dog.
Now it's audience's turn. Seth,
Audience. 82.
staying with it.
Yeah.
90.
Our winner today is Lucas. He's won the day.
I've won the day.
Seize the day. It's 8:30 p.m. It's 9:15
Yeah.
p.m.
Vini Vidi Vici.
It's an 87%.
Vici
I
DM.
just guessed that.
I know. I was hoping you were going to, since Seth guessed the same. All right, it's coming back to you. It's meta score out of 100.
Lucas.
What up, dog? I'll say a 76.
Okay.
This is what now?
Meta score. Critics out of 100.
82.
One of you guys is right.
Oh, shit.
One of you guys is right.
We're 2.
It's Lucas again. He's up
Damn.
6-1.
Yes.
No, he was up 5-1.
7-1.
It's 7-1.
Oh, 6-1.
7-1.
Now, the rules
This is worth 2.
The rules
7-1.
apply on this one because I can't win anyway, so we might as well give you more points.
7-1.
Yeah.
Incredible showing by me.
And audience score on IMDb out of
This
10.
next one's worth 100 though, so audience out of 10,
Yeah.
not out of 100. 7.9.
Okay.
Fuck, I think I'm right around that. I think I'm a 7.7.
One of you guys is so
We're both very close then.
And it's not a 7.8 because that would be a tie, which means
Yeah.
it's either a 7.6 or an 8.0. For the 100 points, it goes to Lucas.
Damn.
Lucas wins 107 to 1. They won
Wow.
7.6 again.
Damn.
Good job, Lucas. The biggest blowout win we've ever had. Seth
Easily.
owes fans 106 Subarus
Well,
for
it's
the
not
difference.
a point differential.
Yeah, it is now.
No. This is legal.
It's a legal
look at him.
weed.
Fly like a... Float like a butterfly, sting like a beamer.
So, critics gave it a 96 and a
Doc.
76. for an 86.
The dog quote. The Don.
It's an 86 average for critics, and for audiences, 87 and 76 for an 81.5 average. Seth, what are you giving this today?
I'm gonna give this a 10, Steve.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's another my coveted 10 award that's only gone to half the movies I've ever seen.
That's gone to
Is
initially
that on
Mel,
your
Aladdin
objective
2.
scale?
Yeah, it's on my my objective scale is different from your objective
Yes,
scale.
of course.
Yeah, which is how objectivism works.
Yeah, because
So my
Seth's already
10s
given out 6 10s in
Space
his
Chimps,
time.
Mel, Aladdin 2,
Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Mitchell's versus the Machine.
Napoleon
I gave that like
Dynamite.
11, Napoleon Dynamite,
And now this.
What We Do in the Shadows. This one I might be the most serious about giving a 10, just because it's like perfect.
Over Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
3 animateds, 2 comedies, and whatever the hell Mel is are your 10. Your 10s.
It's a Hitchcockian drama.
2 comedies, 3 animated, and a Hitchcockian drama are your 10s.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just love this movie.
Movie.
It's yeah. I mean, all the quotes we did, for once we didn't like quote like this was a silly thing that they shouldn't have put in the movie. They were all like, this was such a funny line. And Brandon, 2 or 3 different quotes that were like, I can't believe how much heart and soul this movie had in it for being like a vampire mockumentary about a bunch of bullshit. It hits every one of my boxes, which are like loosely based on anything at all. I have no idea what my criteria is, but it hit them all.
Okay, Lucas.
Grabbed on, no monkey business. I am going to say this movie is a 8.1 for me on the lasagna scale. I think it is wildly funny. I think they did a great job with it overall. I liked all the spin-offs. I'm waiting to see the other one. I think my only complaint is that story can be a little muted at times, and it kind of plays it out like 3 short movies instead of 1 big movie. But I kind of enjoy that too at times. So I think an 8.1 is appropriate.
Nice. And I'm kind of right in between you guys. I'm an 8.8.
Might as well just do 9 then, right?
No. Doesn't round up.
It does.
It's an 8.8.
It does on IMDb, Brandon, which we quote a lot.
I will make it an 8.9, so it's an odd number.
That's fucked up of you. Like both of us.
You get 8.
Neither of us like odd numbers.
You get 8.9, so it's higher, or 8.8.
We hate odd numbers.
So it's even.
Here.
Your choice.
8.9. I'll bite the bullet on that one.
Okay.
For my boys.
I don't hate odd numbers, just things that aren't in 5.
Just me.
The only odd number I like is 5.
That's right.
All right, then I'll go at 8.9 on Seth's discretion. He's biting the bullet. Just like
boys.
Tommy Wiseau.
Does he bite bullets in that movie?
Yeah, he shoots himself in the head.
Oh, spoilers.
You would have known if you listened to the podcast.
If I wasn't so, I don't know, sad that weekend.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
You said mental block was your word.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Huh. Good for me.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
And then you
Stood up for
sneezed.
yourself.
Shoot. Oh, shit. I should be recording right now.
8.9, I guess. This is, I think, potentially one of the funniest movies of the last decade.
Say 8.10?
8.9.
Okay.
I think one of the funniest movies of the last decade. I think when we are talking about comedies that could be in the 2010s decade, I think this fights for, one of the last spots on the Mount Rushmore there. It's up there. It's definitely innovative. It takes...
What are the other 3 on there?
I don't think we ever solidified it like we did with the 2000s, but Bridesmaids was for sure. No. Bridesmaids was for sure on there. I think we said 21 Jump Street was on there.
I mean, this is better than 21 Jump Street.
Potentially.
They're around the same national park, I think.
Bridesmaids was our number 1.
Bridesmaids is really good.
But yeah, I'm just echoing what you guys kind of said. This is innovative and hilarious. I laughed out loud several times. It has a lot of spontaneous humor. The innovative scene is very nice. I enjoyed it, and so yeah, an average from us of 19 divided by 3. That's gonna not 19. Sorry, that's way lower. A 28 divided by 3 is gonna be a 9.33 repeating. Milady. And so let's hear some reviews real quick. I've got 3 critic reviews. First one's by Variety. They say, some genre fans who prefer the silly to the satiric may bite, but the anemic pick isn't remotely weird or witty enough for cult immortality. Which I disagree with. I think this is a very cult film. I mean, it had 447,000 people or 200.
Yeah, but is it? I guess the show kind of proves its lasting impact, but
That's true.
yeah.
But 7,000 people donated to a Kickstarter. So,
Yeah, people do that for all sorts of shit.
You know how
yeah,
many
but
rich
toilet
people
paper
live in New
gloves.
Zealand? You can't move to New Zealand unless you have like $1 million in assets total to your name.
is that true, Dan?
It's pretty close to true, yeah.
Have you contemplated moving to New Zealand a lot?
Yeah.
No. And you're like, can't do that.
No, you can't
Those
move there
slaves.
as like a citizen. You can't become a citizen there unless you were like going to very clearly beneficially impact their society and economy.
Which is not you.
No, of course not. I'd be a rat.
Or if you're Maorian.
I'm what?
Like part of the Maori tribe.
Oh, yeah.
Which you're also not.
I'm also not.
Do you think you're closer to being a part of the Maori or being able to contribute to New Zealand's economy?
Maori, probably.
Probably
Yeah.
Maori. Okay. Next critic
Blood
review
style.
is by Peter Bradshaw at The Guardian. He just says
This guy.
the best comedy of the whole year.
Oh, nice.
He does.
The Bradshaw Award.
Bradshaw. And then Tim Roby at The Telegraph said 2 words. Desperately funny.
What? What?
I don't know if
Desperate.
that's a positive or a negative.
It's cringe. I'm cringing.
But is it cringely positive or cringely negative?
Both.
Oh, bofa. And then lastly is some user reviews. I've got our normal 7. First off is by Seth.
Snoopy style.
Snoopy style.
I'm like not used to that being me anymore. Like, did I write a review for this?
No,
Every time
Seth
you say
did.
it. Yeah. No, that's not me.
December 20. You wrote this on Christmas 2015.
Oh. I don't know where I was.
Right before you went to college at UM.
No.
Nope, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when you found out you weren't going back to college.
Yeah.
Nope, that was August of 2015.
Yeah.
So just some Christmas.
I wrote this.
You wrote this and you said, this is a great concept, a funny group, and terrific deadpan humor. It's a brilliant entry into the mockumentary genre. It's too warped of an idea for Christopher Guest to come up with. This this comic group isn't always the funniest for me, but this movie hits all the vampire tropes on the head. And it also works as a horror spoof. It's a loads of fun. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I rated a little low back then, but it took some time to grow.
Season.
You're a grower, not a shower.
That's very true.
Is that true, Dan?
It's true, Dan.
Dan's
I go
telling
from
you.
1 foot to 1,000,000 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. We've
Yeah.
got 2 million footers here?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's 1,000,000 foot soft.
Yeah. Well, he's a shower, so he's also 1,000,000 feet hard, probably.
He's 1,000,001 foot hard.
Yes, that's fine. I can take the 1 foot difference.
1 foot of penis is a
Your
lot of
mama
penis.
can't.
Oh! Cecilia!
Don't name drop my mom. After
You can take a
Lucas said
million, but not 1,000,001.
After Lucas said he'd fucking with his 1,000,000-foot penis, don't
1,000,001.
say my mom's name.
1,000,001.
Yeah.
Don't
sorry.
demean his penis.
Don't demean my mother.
He already did.
No, he didn't say her name. It could have been anybody's mother. He just said mother.
Yeah, your mother.
You bastard.
You're Cecilia.
You just, oh, Cecilia Pinkerton, 1529 Clark Avenue.
I did not say all that.
It's my dad's
Who are we-
address.
Who
so
are
it's
we,
fine.
Robert, now? Throwing out our phone numbers on the podcast?
Trying to sell my mom's car.
Oh, my God. All right. Next one is by Seth.
Again.
Mom? No, it's by Cosmath.
Okay.
Idiot.
Oh, you hate this guy again?
How do you
Mhm.
spell this guy's name?
Kosmasp.
Okay.
Cosmath says, let me start
Monkey
with this."
business.
You ass.
What?
He says, let me start with this. which is always a good sign. But I don't like reality TV at all. And there's a reason you have to put quotations because it is anything but real. And while this isn't real, obviously, it's so much more fun than anything and feels more like what good reality TV could be.
Score?
If there were vampires, if there were vampires, that is. I don't know what that means, but the basics are clear. As is the fourth wall that is practically non-existent because we are in the middle of it all. Does it always make sense? Of course not. That is the nature of shows like that. The group of people behind this are popular, maybe not worldwide before this movie came out, but at least at home. And it shows because of the chemistry they have. This is very well written and acted. Comedy timing is essential and awesome. 10 out of 10.
Wow.
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 You can't keep saying wow. Wow. Next is by Vinzarka, newcomer.
Welcome.
Welcome in, Vinzarka. March 31st, 2015, they say. I'm not judging because of the cinematography, because of the picture was very well and also their makeup. I know I am pretending with such compliments, but what else to say? It is really the most waster time of life with such idiot scenario and this senseless acting without ingoing and outgoing somewhere. Pointless. 1 out of 10.
One.
Mm.
Wow.
Seth,
Who is
make
this
sure
person?
they stay a first timer.
Vinzarka.
Vinzarka. Okay. And what was their address?
I don't have their address. You just starting to send hate mail?
Vinzarka.
Oh, you're writing down
Evil
A wellness
reviewer.
check.
unique particle obsession with music. No God, no masters, cost Maspin, Vinzarka.
Yeah, but they have a caveat.
Next is by Zendaddy, a newcomer, 621 on July 20.
621.
Zendaddy 621.
Yeah.
On July 25th, 2015, they say, when I heard this film described as horror comedy, I expected something in the vein of Shaun of the Dead or possibly the Scream franchise. What I got instead was this odd little mockumentary about vampires going about their daily, nightly lives while trying to sustain their existence surreptitiously. The film does suffer from some uneven pacing issues as well as dry humor that may not appeal to everyone, but I found the film ultimately enjoyable, despite the fact that there may have been some New Zealand specific jokes and or references lost on me. If you enjoy vampires, mockumentaries, and or quirky independent films, go ahead and give this film a look. 7 out of 10.
All right.
Nightly. Good joke.
Yes, Seth laughed at that too.
I was laughing at the fact that he even would put that down.
I just put this in here just for the sole reason that they put the word surreptitiously in this.
What was that, like
Good work.
sneakily?
Yeah.
Daily, nightly, and ever so rightly?
Yeah.
That's how much they're fucking.
Oh.
Your mom.
Ooh. Carrot.
Yeah.
There he goes. I didn't want to do it.
Next. Nope. M for movies and more.
M is not for movies.
Oh, that's what they think.
And more.
It's usually
And
for
more.
moo.
It's movies and more.
Movies.
And
like
for
cows
movies and
would say.
more, December 8th, 2014, they say, do you like to get drunk? Do you like to leave a mess? Do you like brainless humor? Do you have low expectations from life? If so, this is the movie for you. 5 out of 10.
Is this my movie? Are these the reasons this is my movie?
You like to get drunk, leave a
Yeah.
mess, brainless humor,
does.
and have low expectations from your life?
Wow.
Sometimes.
Sometimes on what?
The brainless humor part.
That's it.
I mean, the other ones are all spot on. That's the only one that's
Messy,
not.
drunk, and
Messy,
low
drunk, low expectations for my life. But the brainless humor is where I draw the line.
Sometimes you like witty humor.
Mostly I like witty humor. But sometimes I just like really dumb shit.
As we all. My favorite.
Like Skateboard Kid.
Yeah.
Is that true?
My favorite Letterboxd review I saw for this, a very short one. It said, cracking open a boy with the cold ones. Like 5 stars. Cracking open a boy with the cold ones.
As they were draining him of blood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that was the joke of the review.
Bleh. Penultimate
Oh, finally.
is by Lebowski Do.
Is there a Mrs. Lebowski do?
I don't know. Maybe you could marry him.
A Lebowski don't, perhaps?
Ooh. May 27th, 2019. They say, the thought of New Zealand riddled with goofy vampires just makes me happy. This movie is silly but clever, and that makes me happy too. Be happy. Watch this movie.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Nice.
Are you happy?
That's Caesar that wrote this review.
He just keeps adding. He's Lebowski Do.
And he's not married.
Nope. And my ultimate is by Yasha Svilohaya. July 28th,
Serbian.
2016.
Yeah.
They say,
Nailed the pronunciation.
I love horror comedies, even a lot of the trashiest ones generally. But this was so bad.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing actively trying to like it, but it was quite bad. If you just want to blindly like whatever the masses or the critics want to like, go for it. Otherwise, save yourself some time and watch the next movie on the list. I would much rather watch Suck or even Stan Helsing. Yes, this was that bad. Fuck the haters. 1 out of 10.
Good ending.
Goated review.
Yeah, fuck them.
It's hard for me to take anybody seriously that says, like, you want to blindly follow the masses on anything.
You sheep.
You sheep. You
Yeah.
sheeple. Liking things that are enjoyable.
And
you idiots.
So that's going to end it. Are we recommending this movie, Seth?
Yeah, of course.
Lucas?
Yeah.
Me? Yeah. I put this movie in. Oh, shit. I put this movie in here because I know that some people won't like it. This style is quite niche, the mockumentary style, but I'm glad that reviews, like critics and users on both sites, definitely had a majority that do. But, you know, Flight of the Conchord style is not everybody's forte. So you checking out your dick?
I didn't know if I was wearing underwear or not.
I don't
Are
think
you?
it's the best ever mockumentary, but it's quite good.
It is very quite good. That's the best way I can put it.
I don't know what to tell you. That's the best way to say it.
And so that's going to end it this week.
Hard cut right now.
Technically, we recorded 2 episodes today. So we're a week ahead. Next week, we might have a guest. You let me know if we do or don't.
Oh, we have a guest.
For Bigfoot versus DB Cooper?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. We're doing Bigfoot versus DB Cooper next week. You remember DB Cooper's bones from Without a Paddle? Because they were definitely without a paddle.
Well, this is the sequel.
He's still dead. But watch Tom Green with asthma fight Bigfoot. Last time he got taken.
Ishtar.
Ishtar will be the next week.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Ishtar will be the. Well, we won't record it the next week because we're being a week ahead to take the 1 week off. We are recording it.
Doing Ishtar.
We are recording it on April 16th, which means
2024.
No.
Dumbass.
He's not a dumbass.
2090.
We are recording it on April 16th, which means it comes out on April 24th. It is the penultimate episode. I've already started the script.
Seth, you have to make sure Robert comes on for that because he's not going to fuck it up.
He's going to be here.
Okay.
We've talked about it already.
Can't kick it down the road like he wants.
I'm not kicking it down the road. I just wanted to move it.
If he does kick it down the road, Robert won't be available. He'll be gone for the whole summer fighting fires.
Wow.
He's
You
a
wouldn't do that to us,
hero.
You're a
right?
hero.
Brandon
Wow.
wouldn't do that to us.
I wouldn't. I want to do Ishtar.
He did.
I just wanted to move it so that there's that one Sunday where it's Easter and I work and we've got all this baby stuff going on with Tana coming to
A
town.
lot of talk going on
Nurseries,
right now.
Some ultrasounds going on.
We already know about it though.
Yeah, I
They
know, but we're
almost
doing all that
saved the
shit
Cold
that weekend.
War.
Ultrasounds?
No, Ishtar.
Easter.
Ishtar. Oh, they did.
We are recording it on the 16th. It will come out on the 24th. You're okay. It's gonna happen. We've got a guest that week too, so you'll have 2 back-to-back weeks of guests, people. A new one and a returner, Robert. I hope he brings so much alcohol again.
I can tell him to.
He'll probably bring me another bottle of alcohol. Because that's just his rule. But
he does love giving gifts.
anyway, we digress. Ishtar's coming up. Don't worry, Lucas or the listeners. It's happening. I've already started the script, so we're good. And with that,
Break.
that's gonna end it. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for listening to The Good, the Bad, the Movies.
If you like the show, please follow us or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at The Good, the Bad, the Movies.
We would love to hear your feedback. I don't know the rest of it.
Me neither.
That might have been it.
Good
No,
news.
because Brandon says something. Love you, bye. What if I just flick the microphone?
Makes you wonder how that other half lives, huh? It's Vampire Inside. Vampire Inside.
I already closed mine.
That's me laughing for no reason now.
Yeah.
Man, cut out me laughing so I don't sound like an idiot.
Sorry, I'm a dumb idiot.
No, you're good.
Who called me a dumb idiot?
Alex is just calling
Alex
Seth a dumb
is.
idiot.
Damn.
You dumb idiot.
You dumb idiot. I am, but don't
No,
say
she's not.
it.
All right, see you guys.
Goodbye forever.
Bye, Lukey.